Have your sports curiosity cured.
Fly ball, right center field. It's hit well. Right left. It's gone. Andres Jimenez launches one to right to tie the game.
A veteran of the sports reporting game for over 25 years.
Here's George Springer, who hits a fly ball to center. Rodriguez back, turning. It's gone. A rocket to straightaway center field. And George Springer has his second home run of the series to give the Blue Jays a 6-2 lead.
Breaking down Edmonton's favorite teams.
They swept the next game to sweep the series.
Turk hits one to the opposite field. It's hit well, and it's gone. They are pouring it on here in Seattle.
This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, here we go for Sol 521 Thursday, October the 16th. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Kevin Karius Show, where the Oilers are on the island to play the New York Islanders. They haven't won a game yet, the Islanders. 0-3, the Oilers 2-0-1 coming in. And how about the American League Championship Series? Series on after a blowout in Seattle. Yes, good morning. Welcome to the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select on your AM radio dial on your morning drive, wherever you're heading out on a Thursday morning. Man, we got good weather today, tomorrow, the weekend. It's just been a fabulous September and a fabulous October so far, for the most part. You can also watch us on YouTube at Sports 1440 AM. Drop us a like and a subscription. We would love that. We're also on X, Facebook, even Instagram. And as always, we're streaming on where all the streaming services are: iHeartRadio, the Radio Player Canada app, sports1440.ca even. If you miss any part of the show, well, it's where all the podcasts hang out. It's on Apple, Spotify, Google, even Amazon. Just subscribe there as well. Select the auto download. You'll never miss a second of any show. Yeah, so glad you're with us on a Thursday morning, where the Oilers are on Long Island and the Toronto Blue Jays, man, the bats came alive, did they not? Before we get to offense, you have to have good starting pitching to win in the playoffs, and they got it last night. Shane Bieber was magnificent. 6 innings, gave up just the 2 earned runs right off the bat, the 2-run home run early to Rodriguez. But after that, boy, did Bieber settle in. Mariner hitters were chasing that low breaking ball, just bottom side of the plate, maybe an inch or two outside. And they kept chasing it and couldn't catch up to it. And Bieber kept going to it, and they never figured it out. Full props to the Duke of Delburne, who said that Shane Bieber was going to go 6 innings last night in game number 3. I said, no way, not a chance, the way he's been chucking. But the Duke was right. So full marks to the Duke, and excellent performance by Bieber. Yeah, the 4 hits, just the 2 earnings, and a career high 8 strikeouts in the game. The bigger story, too, as well as Bieber, was the home run ball. 5 home runs, and none bigger than Jimenez's 2-run blast to start things off in the top of the 3rd inning. Ernie Clement got the rally going with a sharply hit ball. Jimenez comes up, and, it's even after the game, he's like, wow, I'm just kind of trying to move the runner over. Instead, he pounds one out to right field. And this is a hitter's ballpark in Seattle, and he crushed one almost 400 feet. That was the start of the game, where all of the sudden you can see the Blue Jays getting some confidence. You see the Blue Jays in the dugout, and there's some spring in the step. And it's followed up with Springer home run, a Vladimir Guerrero home run, a Kirk home run, and an Addison Barger home run late in the game. And these were all hard hit balls. You know what's funny? That home run that Vladimir Guerrero hit this dead center field, Rodriguez was close to getting it too. But the double that Vladdy hit in the game as well to left field that hit 5 feet up the wall, was 3 feet short of going out. That thing was a rope. Man, did he crush that. So we've got the Blue Jays and Mariners, game number 4 tonight. Max Scherzer on the hill. Hasn't won a postseason game since 2019. Hasn't chucked for 3 weeks now or so, not quite, up against Luis Castillo. So that is game 4. Can the Jays get back and level this series? Man, what a series that would be if this were to happen tonight. As mentioned, Oilers in New York tonight to play the Islanders. And yesterday, right when we were leaving the airwaves, the Oilers were taken to the ice at the Islanders practice facility and changed the lines. So after, 2 games in not quite 2 periods where Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl played together, those two will be separated tonight. So it'll be Connor McDavid between Andrew Mangiapane, David Tomaszek. Leon Draisaitl is going to be centering Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Jack Roslovic. Third line stays the way the game started the other night in New York against the Rangers, and that's Trent Frederick in the middle with Podkolzin and Kapanen, and then you got Adam Henrique between the 2 freshmen, Ike Howard and Matt Savoy. Defense pairings the same, Ekholm and Bouchard, Nurse and Stetcher, and Kulak and Emerson. Stu Skinner is going to get the start tonight by all indications. So Oilers with a 2-1 start. Islanders haven't started 0-3. The Duke just mentioned before we went on the air that Big Save Dave will likely be a net for the Islanders tonight. Dave Riddick. So we'll see what happens there. Hey, text line is open. 833-401-1440. Give us a shout. What'd you think of the Jays game last night? And you could just see, let's be honest, that home run jacket, it got a workout last night. There were pits in it. Yeah, there was pit stains because there was 5 guys that were trying it on and taking it off very quickly last night. 13-4 the final. The only negative, if you want to call it that, in the game is it's almost like the Jays now, after the last 2 games, are down a reliever in the bullpen because Yariel Rodriguez doesn't look like he has it. 3 walks, back-to-back-to-back walks in game 2. Gave up the 2 late dingers in the 8th inning last night. So you kind of go, well, what was the thinking here? Could you have got another inning out of Bieber? You could have. He only threw 88 pitches, but you got to keep in mind, too, that Bieber's going to be your game 7 starter if it goes that far. Were you thinking, too, that Rodriguez was going to go 2 innings and maybe iron things out, that what we saw in game number 2? Because Fluharty comes in and it's, Fluharty's probably almost their highest leverage lefty right now because you never know what you're going to get with Little, do you? But anyway, that's, if you're looking for a small negative in that, Yariel Rodriguez right now in the playoffs in this series doesn't seem to have what the Jays would like him to have. Hey, let's welcome in the Duke of Delburne on a Thursday. We got Sam the Record Man running the board. We got Josh Fenwick over there taking care of business on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook. Morning, Duke. You called it, Duke. You called it. Shane Bieber. Duke Nostradamus.
It was, I like to describe it as, optimistic going into that game, necessary. And because, let's be very frank. Like, if you weren't getting a performance like that out of Shane Bieber, with the way the bullpen has kind of been beat up through the first couple games, and we saw it again last night with Rodriguez coming in, and like you said, he doesn't seem to have it. Like, did the Jays really stand a chance in that game if they did not get an A+ quality start out of Bieber? And the start of the start did not trend that way, but like you said, Kevin, he settled in. This is a veteran guy that has been around the league a long time. He's won a Cy Young award, and we kind of saw that version of him last night. This looked like the Shane Bieber that made that Blue Jays debut against the Marlins late in the summer, and is the guy that the Jays sought when they went out and acquired him from Cleveland at the trade deadline, coming off Tommy John surgery. So had to feel good for him, had to feel good for the sticks across the lineup. And you talk about the predictions. Well, yesterday, my pick for a bat to break out was Addison Barger. And up until, what was it, the 7th, 8th inning, he was the only Jay to not have a hit yet.
Not get on base.
Not even have a hit or get on base yet up to that point until he stroked off a solo into right field as well. So he kind of got off the schneid there. Guerrero with an excellent game, a triple sky of the cycle. It was a great collective team effort once again.
That ball he hit the left, that thing was, holy cow, was that scored. And I loved, so Santander moves up.
Mm-hmm.
He had an opportunity with runners in scoring position. It was not a comebacker, but a real sharply hit ball. I shouldn't say that either, but just because the field was into Josh Naylor. So at first base. But what I liked about it was once the Jays got up, Schneider goes, "You're gone. Miles Straw, you're coming in.
Yeah.
We don't need you anymore, and we need defense." So I love that call. And that was early. Man, that was early in the game. That was at, in the fifth inning, something like that. So, again, full marks to the Blue Jays in this sense. And you know what? Manager Dan Wilson from Seattle is basically doing the same thing. George Kirby took a lot of bullets last night. He could have got the hook early too. But he's going, okay, well, what do we do here? So he's looking at his bullpen as well. So for all intents and purposes, like the Blue Jays, they got Hoffman, they got Dominguez, they got Varlin for the next 2 games. So they're in really good shape here. Really good shape. Same thing, though, because Seattle went, well, we're not going to throw our main guys out because we're so far behind. So the bullpens are relatively in decent shape for both teams. I should mention the Oil Kings win last night, 6-3 over Portland. And we're going to have a member of the Oil Kings, Reese Peterson, on this morning at 9 o'clock. In the NHL last night, man, you got to wonder about the Calgary Flames in this start. I mean, had that first game, and the Oilers outplayed Calgary in that first game, Calgary could very easily be 0-5 to start the year. They're 1-4. They lose last night in Utah to the Mammoth 3-1. Duke, did you see what is his name? Tusky or Husky? Or Muskie?
Tusky.
Comes out of the ice there.
Oh, yeah. Kicks it wide open and busting the door down, essentially.
They're doing stuff. They're doing good stuff in Utah.
Yeah, that almost felt like kind of a throwback type thing to... I don't know. I mean, I was barely alive, but when you see old videos of teams debut, like that felt very 90s-ish. Yeah. Like because these days it seems whether you have a new jersey, a new mascot or something, it's all debuted with some elaborately produced social media video and all this stuff. Whereas that it's like, and you can call me ignorant maybe on the fact I was not even aware they had a mascot. And maybe it was more of a local thing, that information, but it was totally out of the blue. I saw the video obviously on Twitter as it happened, and I kind of thought, oh, cool, Utah's got a mascot now. Good for them.
And yeah, like you say, busts out of the ice, and it was just, I mean, this is an organization still trying to find its way in a market, and they're doing all the right stuff. I mean, think about, we've had guests on before talking about the training facility, the new adjustments, and how they've retroed up the Delta Center. And so, I mean, this is, they're trying, they're getting in the right way, and they get a win last night, 3-1. How about the Buffalo Sabres? Just pound Ottawa 8-4. Kachuk's going to be out for at least a month, they say, maybe more. Had a second opinion yesterday. Detroit, after that little hiccup in game 1, where Todd McClellan blasts the team, beats Florida 4-1. And then the Blackhawks, oh boy, they scored 5 on the Blues to, like later in the game to come back and win that game 8-3. Chicago gives it to St. Louis by a score of 8-3. What are you going to do for TV tonight, Duke? Because we've got
going to be straining the neck with turning back and forth across a couple different screens, I would think, and you get rotational injury to my neck bone.
Wow. You got, okay, well, so at 5:30, the Oilers start. That's puck drop. 6 o'clock, Blue Jays. 6:15, I guess it would be the NFL Monday Nighter between Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. We still got to do our, what did I say?
Monday.
Oh, Thursday Nighter. What's the spread there? We got to do the
let me just pop open Old Sports Luck. My laptop's being particularly glitchy this morning. I think it needs an update. I think it needs to shut itself down.
Clark says, Kevin, please turn up your microphone volume. Well, I guess that's your job there, Samuel. You're tailing off at the end of your sentences. Thank you. Well, thank you, Clark. I'll try to not to tail off here. Coming up on the big program, we got Nick Faribaugh from Penn Live, covers the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's our game of the day for St. Albert Dodge. So that is tonight, Thursday Night Football. The Duke and I got to get our selection in I believe it is my pick, Duke.
Steelers currently favored by 6, and it's
in Cincy,
your pick.
Okay, that's fine. Mark Spector, Frank Saravalli, in the 8 o'clock hour, our double barrel shotgun hockey insiders. As mentioned, Reese Peterson from the Edmonton Oil Kings. They beat Portland last night 6-3 to run their record to 8-2. Very, very good start. Ladislav Schmid will be by. He's obviously worked with Reese Peterson. We'll get his take on Reese when Laddie comes in. And then Arthur Staple from Hockey Night in New York covers both the Islanders, well, everything in the tri-state area. So we'll talk about the Oilers and Islanders, also the Devils. We'll get Arthur's take on a number of things in the Big Apple. When we come back, Nick Farabaugh, Penn Live, covers the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's all coming up on the Kevin Karius Show with the Duke of Delburne, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube and X, also Facebook and Instagram.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
You've probably heard the term supply and demand. Something is needed and someone supplies it. We're GS Construction, and we're in the supply and demand business with you. Edmonton and the surrounding area continue to grow. Infrastructure has to be continually replaced and upgraded to keep up with demand. You see it with new buildings and new roads, but what about below ground, where all sorts of pipes bring you water and take wastewater away? That's where we come in. For more on what we do, go to gsconstruction.ca.
Wing Wednesday at First Round. Whether you're coming for the first round, the last round, or a few rounds in between, they've got you covered with half-price wings every Wednesday night. Half-price wings. Over 35 delicious flavors like Cajun salt and pepper, maple bacon, and Inferno wings. Now half price every Wednesday night. Wash them down with a cold pint of Canadian or Coors Light for only $5.75. Half price Wing Wednesdays at First Round in West Ed and now downtown. First Round, burgers, beer, sports.
Carve out for a cause at the Jason Greger Pizza Pig Out, presented by GS Construction. Thursday, November 6th at the Canadian Ice House, indulge in unlimited pizza from amazing local pizzerias while you help raise some dough for kids' sport. Then vote for your favorite slice to help crown the People's Choice Award winners. Tickets to join Edmonton's biggest and best adult pizza party are just $30. Head to jasongregerpizzapigout.com for more details and to buy tickets.
Edmonton's home for sports is Sports 1440. After every game this season, tune in to Andrew Walker for the post-game show. Let's talk some hockey. Let's talk about the game on Sports 1440.
At Wendy's, $4 gets you more than just a burger. It gets you a Dave's Single, made with a quarter-pound of fresh, never-frozen Canadian beef. All for just $4 at participating Wendy's. Taxes extra. But hurry, this deal ends October 26th.
Prostate cancer affects 1 in 6 men in Alberta, and this November we're fighting back. Every dollar raised fuels early detection and life-saving support. Donate today for the men in our province. Visit keepitinalberta.ca to start your fundraiser or donate today.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in-stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. With customer service reps on the line to get you what you need when you need it 24/7, 365 every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
Portions of this hour brought to you by Nectar.io, transforming field data into boardroom insights. Nectar.io is an all-in-one solution for your fleet safety, time tracking, and materials management needs. Nectar.io, your business made better.
Stories, guests, and insights. This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 7:20 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you. That could be a bucket list to see a Steelers game in Acusher and the old Renegade goal, and that could be a bucket list thing. Time now for the game of the day, brought to you by St. Albert Dodge, where the biggest sale of the year is on right now for the 2025 Jeep Compass. It's a Jeep. It's a 4x4. It includes that 8.4-inch screen, touch screen. It's a keyless entry, starting at $34,900 only at stalbertdodge.com. As we welcome in Nick Faribaugh from Penn Live, covers the Steelers ahead of tonight's Thursday nighter between Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Morning, Nick. You're with Kevin Karius. Thanks for jumping on Sports 1440 this morning. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
So what do you make of this Thursday nighter where, Pittsburgh is having its way with the division right now, and we all know the struggles with Cincinnati since they lost Burrow. Just your overall take on this Thursday nighter, Nick.
I mean, I think you look at it, Steelers should be the favorites, and they are. I think that they're playing their best football that they've played all year over the last two games. Their Vikings and Cleveland wins have, in my opinion, been their two best games. Obviously, though, Flacco kind of throws a little bit of a wrench here. He's a veteran guy. We know about Mike Tomlin's comments, of course, about that. Clearly wasn't very happy. He had to play Joe Flacco, and that's because Flacco has gotten the Steelers a few times, even this veteran version of Joe Flacco, where he's a little bit diminished from where he was in Baltimore. And then the other thing is I just think this is a little bit of a tricky game for the Steelers. Short week, coming off a physical divisional game at home. Mike Tomlin on the road against divisional opponents on Thursday Night Football in his career, 0-6. Not great. They've literally never won this under Mike Tomlin. So it would be a first for Mike Tomlin. So there are some harrowing things to this. This is a game I think Pittsburgh has dropped in the past. Similar things like last year, they dropped the game at Cleveland on Thursday Night Football. So we'll see where things go. They should win this game, but I think there are also aspects where if you're the Bengals, I think you can look at this and say, this could be maybe the game you kickstart something.
Yeah. Was it Cameron Hayward, Nick, that penned this one, the icy hot bowl, because of the age of the two quarterbacks?
Yes, it was him and Rodgers himself, I believe, that created that.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting kind of stylistic thing there. You're not going to see a lot of scrambling, are you? You're going to see a lot of pocket passing, winning from the pocket with their minds. I think it's a little bit of a throwback in that respect. I don't think quarterbacks nowadays can read defenses like the old guys can. And I do think that's why Flacco is a unique challenge in some respects. He's got a great mind. He's got great football IQ. And on top of this is just going to be a bit of a throwback. It's like, are we back in 2010 watching Ravens Packers? It's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Nick Faribaugh with us on the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440. I didn't know this until last night, and I know we're earlier on in the season, Nick, but that the Steelers run more 13 personnel than anyone in the league, 13.6% of their snaps, highest in the league. Did you see that coming in, and what do you make of it with their strategy, using that personnel package?
Yeah, I'm not shocked by that. They also use those jumbo package with the sixth offensive lineman in the league. They are a team that wants to run the football, be physical, and win at the point of attack, and they win with size. And Darnell Washington is kind of the guy that makes it all work. I mean, we're talking about a guy that is 6'7". He's listed at 265, but I think he's well over 300 pounds. We were talking about a guy that is a matchup problem. We saw that last week against Cleveland, where he's able to kind of get out of the gate. He's not a total non-zero as a pass catcher either. They just want to find different ways to get mismatches, whether that's for Jonnu Smith, whether that's for Darnell Washington in the run game, or whether that is for Pat Freiermuth. We just haven't seen the Freiermuth part of that equation just yet, and that's something that we'll see if that can come along. He's obviously, I think, a good tight end that just hasn't had his chances yet, and his connection with Aaron Rodgers hasn't been fully going. So 100% expected 13 personnel, 12 personnel, the jumbo stuff. It is their identity. They want to be a smash mouth football team, and they want to take some pressure off Rodgers so he doesn't have to win everything with his arm. And as long as they can run the football, and they have run the football just fine over the past 2 to 3 games, despite maybe the yards per carry not jumping off the page at you, they have done that. And so it's opened up play action passes and different things that has kept the pressure all off Rodgers' arm.
How many players are required to tackle Darnell Washington, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, and sometimes it takes 3, 4 5 guys. Sometimes they just have to push him out of bounds if he's near the outside. The numbers there, it's kind of funny. He is such a big freight train of a guy. It's just hard to bring him down, even though he's not super fast. On that big reception he had against Cleveland on the first play of the game, he hit 19 miles per hour. We're talking about a guy that's 6'7", probably 310. I think that's what he is, and he's hitting that gear. He can still run up the seam, and you don't. He's run by linebackers before. Like people got to understand when he gets his steam going, he can go. And so he's big, powerful. It's hard to bring him down. And then in the run game, he's crumpling, 300-pound edge rushers. So he is a unique player. I'm not sure there's another player like him in the league right now. The only player I could think about him in the last 20 years that's similar is Mercedes Lewis, who was similar in some ways. But Darnell Washington is an absolute treat to watch, and he is a mismatch problem.
Yeah, bang on there. Nick Faribault with us from Penn Live. How much chemistry have you seen develop from the early going to where we are now between Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf from, the start of the year to where we are going into week 7 here, Nick?
I think that's come along very nice. I think I remember watching them in spring ball and early training camp in the summer and July, where they just didn't connect on, the slant routes. Maybe the route wasn't flat enough. Maybe the right track that Rodgers wanted wasn't taken. We know Rodgers is a super detail-oriented player, and DK came in from Seattle not being a detail-oriented guy, at least that's the reputation he had. We've seen that really working. Just timing-based routes. The deep balls really come up. That was a big talking point before the Cleveland game. Could the Steelers throw down the football field? And turns out they sure can. DK Metcalf is a guy that can win those contested catches. He's a guy that has the speed to separate down the field. And then we also saw him obviously take that 81-yarder in Dublin, Ireland. That was really electric, and I think that's something that they want to get to as well. He has 95 or more receiving yards in the last 2 games. He's a touchdown in 4 straight games. He's facing one of the worst pass defenses in football in this game. You feel like this should be a continuation of all of that. And so it feels like what DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers have going is really strong. They're winning down the field. They're winning on intermediate routes. DK's still getting his quick game action and utilizing the yards after the catch aspect as well. That's really been a shining example of what has made this offense work. It's been all about the yards after the catch, and DK has been a big part of that.
How impressed were you with Kenny Gainwell when he came in when Jalen Warren was down for that one game in London?
I was very impressed by what Kenny Gainwell did. It's not surprising, I think, because if you watch him on the Eagles, he's overshadowed by Saquon Barkley, and rightly so. I mean, Saquon is one of the best running backs in football, but Gainwell is just a really well-rounded player. There's not much of a weakness in his game. He might not be the fastest guy, may not be the quickest, but what he is very smart. He's got great contact balance, so it's hard to bring him down in space. He's got great vision, so he maximizes every bit of room and run he can get. And more importantly, he just falls forward on every run. He runs hard. He lowers his shoulders, runs behind his pads. He's got great patience in kind of the interior part when he's running in between the tackles. He's a good receiver. They split him out a ton. That's something they love to do with Gainwell is they split him out, out wide in the slot and just throw a quick game to him or get a screen going to him. And on top of that, he's a really good pass protector. So he does everything you want well enough. He's a good runner of the football. He's a good receiver. He's got great hands. And more importantly, he can also pass protect. And so that's a really valuable running back to have. Jalen Warren can also do all 2 of those things. And when you kind of have that, it's a nice duo to have. But Gainwell is a really solid player, and I think proved himself up there against the Vikings and said, hey, don't forget about me. I'm a good player, and I'm to be reckoned with. And you saw that a little bit against Cleveland, too. He didn't get as much work as Warren, but he still showcased exactly what he was in that game.
Yeah, and they took Caleb Johnson, 3rd round out of Iowa. So is he just kind of pushed down the depth chart and maybe looking for the future for a guy like that, Nick?
Yeah, I think so. Listen, I think they maybe thought Caleb was going to be somebody that was able to kind of catch on this rodeo and just hit the ground running. And he's had some hiccups. I think adjusting to the speed of the NFL has been a bit of a project for him. And that's fine. It happens sometimes for rookies. Not all rookies are stars right away. Not everyone jumps in and lights the world on fire. I think Caleb, is a young player, and he came out of Iowa as a young player. And I think he's kind of learning the ins and outs of football. He's learning how to be a professional. He's learning how to read defenses, when he gets the football. I think, he's never been a great receiver or pass protector. So that's going to be something I think that he's going to have to naturally work on. But I do think when you look about the running part of it, I think we started to see signs over the last 2 games. He had a really nice cutback against the Browns. He had a few solid runs where he just lowered his pads and churned out a few extra yards against the Vikings. We're starting to see a young player kind of gain his footing, gain where he is. So I do think that's going to be a future thing. It might even be later this year where he just starts to break out, because I do think he has an explosive run element to his game that maybe Warren and Gainwell don't have nearly as much. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see it ramped up later this year, as long as he continues down the right track. But I do think that's where we are right now, whereas he's just behind 2 really solid running backs, and next year will probably be his chance.
Yeah, it takes time for sure. Penn Live's Nick Faribault with us on the Kevin Carey Show on Sports 1440. If you were to grade GM Nick Omar Khan, Nick, what kind of grade would you give him with the moves that he made in the offseason? And there were a lot of them with Ramsey and Slay and everything else. What kind of grade would you give him?
Yeah, I mean, coming out of this, I think you think about probably a B-ish. I think around there. There's been a few good moves. I think the Ramsey move is looking great right now. What Ramsey has brought to the Steelers has been kind of what they needed. I think you look at Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers has played well, even despite being 41. I don't love the kind of creating a wide receiver hole. Not that they shouldn't trade George Pickens. I think that was the right move. It was, could you have filled that with someone so you could trade George Pickens more comfortably? I think that one is a little bit of a question mark. I've loved over the last 2-3 years what he's done to rebuild the offensive line. I think they're finally moving in the right direction there. But wide receiver, I think, is a big thing. I don't think the Jonnu Smith part of that trade, the Jalen Ramsey-Minka trade, is necessarily aging that well. He's not made a huge difference offensively, and it's probably come at the expense of Pat Freiermuth, who could be a chain mover type that they kind of need. So it's been kind of a weird fit there. The defensive line has looked great. Derek Harmon, their first-round pick, has played extremely well over the last 3 weeks. So I think there's just a lot of moves he's made that make a lot of sense. I do think there are 2 things that I would have liked to have seen change: the Smith trade plus the lack of a wide receiver, too, outside of DK Metcalf, I think, loom large. But I do think the draft is looking quite good right now between you got guys like Jack Sawyer, Derek Harmon, and a few others in there. So it's been a pretty solid, I think, offseason resume for Omar Khan through 5 games here.
Were they surprised to get Harmon at 21, Nick?
I think they were. When you look at what he brought to the table, I mean, he led college football in pressures. He was one of the most disruptive players at Oregon. It's not like this was a non-known commodity. It's like, when we're talking about Derek Harmon, this guy put it out on tape against teams like Ohio State and the top college football programs in the nation, where he still played really well. And so I think they were just surprised to get a guy that could stop the run as well as he could, bring the pass rush like he could. He is a really high character player. On top of that, he's got great length, so his power is able to kind of overtake some of these centers and guards that maybe don't have great length. And I think all of that comes together to create a player that can be a mismatch problem. And he can be the future of this defensive line. I mean, Cam Hayward's only got so much time left as the clock is ticking on him. And I think they may have found their future successor here in Derek Harmon.
Nick Faribault from Penn Live, our guest on the Kevin Carey Show on Sports 1440. The Bengals very rarely blitz. They're one of the lower blitzing teams in the NFL. So how do the Steelers kind of game plan for that, where since he's going to maybe drop back more than what they've seen so far this year?
Well, it depends on, I think a lot of too high stuff as a result of that probably comes from running the ball. I think the Steelers need to run the football and force them to get a little aggressive. When the Steelers have seen zone coverages and have seen teams kind of drop back, they still have gone to their zone beaters. I think about guys like Pat Freiermuth and that, where it might not be pretty, where you're getting 25, 30 yards down the field like they were against Cleveland, who runs so much man-to-man. But it might be 8-10 yards at a time and some 6 or 7 minute drives. And the Steelers haven't shied away from doing that over the years. So I think that's part of it. I also think when they have faced zone coverages like this, they have very much focused on just trying to get into space and creating space for their playmakers because they want these teams to rally and tackle. And I think that's been something, Jalen Warren's been great in space. Gainwell's been great in space. Metcalf has been great in space. So all those three guys, I think, fit into the yards after the catch equation. And that's where Rodgers, gets the ball out fast. Maybe it's not a ton of deep throws, but it's to maybe open those up later in the game if teams start going to those one high looks. So I think the Steelers are going to look at their zone beaters. They're going to look at guys like Pat Frymuth, guys like Darnell Washington, guys like DK Metcalf that are really just solid against those looks, and they'll look at the quick game and force the Bengals to tackle. They do have two rookie linebackers with Logan Wilson being benched now. So that I think is something they're going to look at. Can you get the linebackers in space and force them to try and tackle Jaylen Warren? I think what Warren does in space is electric. And so I would expect things like that to allow the Steelers to continue staying ahead of the sticks and keep their drive sustained.
Yeah. What about defensively, Nick? Just as far as, since he's still got some weapons, let's be honest, but it's a lot different without Joe Burrow at quarterback. But Jamar Chase is as good as it gets when he gets the ball. Higgins is obviously very dangerous. Chase Brown having a bit of a slower start compared to what he was last year for the Canadian. What do you make of how this Steelers defense is going to handle some electrifying players for Cincinnati?
Well, they built this secondary for that, going out and getting Darius Slay, getting Jalen Ramsey, adding that to the Joey Porter Jr. mix. They have three corners now. They feel like can man-to-man on anybody. So they went out and got those guys for this matchup. So I think that's part of it. The Steelers, I believe, have the highest blitz rate in football. It's up there at least. So they're going to blitz Flacco. That's what they do. This is an offensive line in Cincinnati that has struggled, to say the least. Even guys like Orlando Brown Jr. Have not played really up to their standards. And the Steelers have found kind of another star pass rusher, Nick Herbig. So getting him one-on-ones, getting him free along with TJ Watt on the other side and Alex Highsmith now in the fold has been really, really big for them. So they're going to send the blitz, make guys like Patrick Queen a factor. Yeah. And they're not going to be scared to play man-to-man. I think that's the other thing. I think that they believe their guys can handle them. It's not that they're going to, leave Chase on an island. I think they will shade to him to make sure he doesn't take over this football game. But I think they're going to blitz Flacco. He's not mobile. So they're hoping to create some turnovers that way. They're hoping to create some chaos up front. And the run game for Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Bengals are the only team in football without a run of 15 or more yards this year. It just hasn't been really a factor. So as long as you bottle up the run game, I think you should be able to do that, pin your ears back, and really get after Flacco. So that's their personality. They're going to bring some heat. They're going to try and create turnovers on the back end, maybe some strip sacks, fumbles, get your hands up even. Up front, they do a great job of tipping those passes up. There's been 3 or 4 times they've gotten picks off tip passes from their defensive linemen this year. So all of those things will come into effect here for Pittsburgh. But they built this secondary specifically for the Cincinnati Bengals. So let's see how that team building works out.
Hey, Nick, thanks so much for doing this morning. Really appreciate it. Enjoy Thursday night football tonight. And man, oh man, we'll win tonight, and Steelers are really looking good in the AFC North. Thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, Kevin. I appreciate that.
That's Nick Farabaugh from Penn Live, covers the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's Thursday night football. It's the Cincinnati Bengals home to the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the game of the day, brought to you by St. Albert Dodge. The biggest sale of the year is on right now with the Jeep Compass. The 2025s are on sale right now, starting at $34,900, only at StAlbertDodge.com. Would you say the line for us, Duke, is -6?
That is correct.
From our friends at Sports Select.
In Cincy.
In Cincy. I had one more question, and you probably saw the video of Chris Boswell. Did you see?
No, I don't think I did.
So I think what I saw was Boswell. It was a field goal attempt last week at I can't say Acrisure Field. It's Heinz Field.
It's Heinz.
It still is. But the turf. He just basically it was basically a chunk of turf came out the size of when Eddie Steele hits a wedge. It was probably
nice little beaver tail,
bigger than that, massive. Anyway, someone was saying about the college team, and I'm assuming
I think Pitt plays there.
So using the stadium on the Saturday, I don't know if that's why. But
yeah, they're actually. So I didn't see that specific video about Boswell, but I did see some articles, and I didn't dive into them, unfortunately. But about there were a lot of comments from players, not just the kicker or anyone specific, about the quality of the field. So
yeah,
something to maybe keep tabs on. in Pittsburgh moving forward. But yeah, that wasn't something that had come to my attention until this week.
I took in the line with old man Baker. I took Green Bay to cover, and they were up 14.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously didn't cover. I lost that one, so I don't know if I should take the points here and run with Cincy. I think I'll probably take Pitt. Duke, I'm looking for a tell here. Seeing what you think. No, nothing.
I know what I would want here.
I know what you would want. Yeah. I think you'd be going Pittsburgh. So I'm going to take it. I'll wait for a while.
You'll mull it over?
I'll mull it over. We'll probably do a $50 GC for first round today.
I think so, yeah.
Why wouldn't we? Text 833-401-1440. King of Fort Nasty says, good morning, KK and Duke. We're talking about the bullpens for the Jays and Mariners. When the Duke goes to the bullpen, he is literally going to a pen full of bulls. Is this true, Duke?
In theory, it is, but the great thing about bulls is that they never want to stay in anywhere. They're notorious fence breakers, fence wreckers, so they're usually just strewn about miscellaneously everywhere. At least at Douglas Farms, I know
how many bulls
more upscale operations tend to keep things a little more tidy and put together.
How many bulls do you guys have?
I'm trying to think. Let's see, it's about 100. It's one for 25. Like 5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's the life.
Some nice Charolais bulls from Future Farms down outside Innisfail.
Really?
Shout out the Marshall clan.
Oh boy, Duke, you're all getting it in here, man.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back, I think we'll hear from Oilers captain Connor McDavid, who addressed the media following practice yesterday. McDavid will play on a line with Mangiapane and David Tomashek tonight in New York. Oilers looking for their 3rd win of the season. No regulation losses left, just that one in a shootout. The Islanders come in 0-3. It's a Kevin Karius Show with the Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook.
Seriously, another door knocker? I really want to go solar, but these high-pressure tactics are exhausting.
And their prices are unbelievable. Before we do anything, let's call Great Canadian Solar.
There's a better way to go solar. Great Canadian Solar provides honest advice and fair pricing to save you from overpaying. They're easy to deal with and will never put pressure on you to buy. As a trusted local business for over 15 years, Great Canadian Solar will support you in your solar journey. Visit GreatCanadianSolar.com and call today to get started.
When you have lifting and material handling needs, Northwest Crane delivers. Western Canada's Sandy dealer, backed by the industry's toughest one. 3 years, 3,000 hours, no compromises. They service all crane makes and models with skilled technicians and deep industry expertise. Alberta owned with locations in Leduc and Grand Prairie and fully equipped service trucks. Northwest Crane keeps your operation lifting. For more information on sales or service, visit northwestcrane.com or call today.
At Fountain Tire, we're fluent in saving you money.
Fluent?
Yes, we've mastered the language of deals. Like right now, you can save up to 25% off select tires and up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires. Plus, $50 off $150 service when you buy those tires. All until October 18th.
I'm sorry, I don't speak deals.
Spend less, save more when you buy Round Black things from us.
Oh, got it.
Restrictions apply. Book your appointment online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Listen up, because you're not going to want to miss this. Right now is your chance to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Is your company drowning in paperwork and administrative tasks? Do you need more data to make better decisions? Nectar.io is your company's all-in-one solution for fleet and materials management, safety, time cards, and GIS-based project management. Now is the time to capture and transform field, site, and shop data into boardroom-level business intelligence, all with one login. Visit Nectar.io to book a demo today. Nectar.io, your business made better.
Get the lowdown with Low Tide. Weekdays from noon to 2 on Sports 1440. He's seen it all and then some. From stats to stories, he breaks it down like no one else. Proud to be Edmonton's sports leader. Sports 1440.
Well, looks like those hot sunny days are done.
No more birthday soup by the pool for this guy.
Ew.
You're welcome, neighbors. Back to faux fur and flannel because it's fall, and it's also the perfect time to tackle those projects we've all been putting off, starting with the trip to Metal Supermarkets, of course. Metal cut to your precise measurements fast. The local convenience stores for Southside, West End, metalsupermarkets.com.
When you get into a new Tacoma, you might suddenly find yourself expertly tackling bumps and boulders on backwood trails with a confidence you just didn't have during pothole season. All that's left to do is drive it home. Get in and go right now at Toyota, where you can lease a 2025 Tacoma 4x4 double cab SR5 from $117 weekly for 64 months at 6.79% with $7,699 down. Visit shoptoyota.ca or your local Prairie Toyota dealer today.
Just in time for the morning skate. This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440.
Oh, man. All right. Welcome back to the big program. 747 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440. The show is presented by our title sponsor, Sports Select. Get in on the action with hockey. Well, you got the Oilers game if you want tonight in New York against the Islanders. You got football. You got the Thursday night football game. Again, the line, I believe, -6 for Pittsburgh going into this one. Bet on the original at sportselect.com. 100% legal. You got to be 18 years plus. Please play responsibly. As mentioned, Oilers and Islanders. Oilers 2-0-1 going into this one. Islanders 0-3. What kind of a start to the season after 3 games would you say it's been for Connor McDavid? Well, he hasn't scored yet, has 4 assists. Leads the team in scoring. I mean, let's be honest, the scores have been really low scoring when you think about it. You know, just 3 games, 3 goals in the first game against Calgary, 2 goals in the second game with an empty netter, 1 goal in the third game with an empty netter. Hey, at least the Oilers are scoring some empty net goals this year. But anyway, following yesterday's practice, which was held at the Northwell Health Ice Center. It's the Islanders' practice facility. The captain, Connor McDavid, addressed the media, including our Mark Spector.
Connor, I want to start by asking you about David Tomashek. You've been able to skate with him for about a month and a half or so. What stands out to you most about his game?
Obviously, he's a big man. Wins a lot of puck battles. I think that's the biggest thing that stands out. Always ready to shoot, but wins a lot of battles. That's the first thing I see.
You mentioned his size. He's out there on the power play with you guys. What do you like about him right in front of the net?
I think he's just a great scorer. He understands where to be, understands, how to put himself in a good spot, and makes great plays. You saw that in the first game with a great pass to Leo. So, very smart player. Obviously, he's played a lot of pro hockey, can play at this level, and, just a great player.
The way that this team is playing defensively right now, only allowing 1 goal in the last 2 games, what are you noticing is going very well that way?
Everybody's bought in. We wanted to have a good start, and so far so good. So guys are bought in, checking hard, and we're getting some good goaltending. He played great last night. He played really, really well.
Someone who's involved in the penalty kill, what are you noticing that you guys are? Is there something specific that you guys are doing that's leading to that success?
A little bit of a new look, just with moving away from our old system and into a new system, and there's been a little bit of a feeling out process, but I feel like it's gone really well. Everybody's, paying attention, trying to learn it as fast as they can. And it's only going to get better with time as we understand it better. And, So yeah, it's been off to a good start.
How much of that is the fact that it's a new system and it feels fresh, or also that new system is just really working?
Yeah, sometimes it can be exciting to learn a new system. You know, kind of forces you to really pay attention, dive into the details, and there's been lots of conversations with obviously Stu and the D-men, the forwards. Everybody's kind of really trying to figure this thing out, read off each other, and as I said, it'll only get better with time as we understand the system better, read off each other a little bit better.
You got to know Matthew Schaefer a little bit. Just what can you say about the person and the player?
First off, just a great kid. He's got a great personality. Brings a lot of energy. And as as a player, obviously seems like he's off to a great start himself, which is good to see. So, great player and a good kid.
Have you gotten to watch any tape of him or any highlights in the first few games?
You just see the highlights kind of thing. Haven't seen too much, but just the highlights and obviously paying attention to how he's doing, and that seems like he's doing real well.
You've obviously had the situation now for years where when you're on the road, everybody wants to come talk to you. You deal with kind of media attention. That I assume is what he's going to be facing now. When he goes to Canada or on the road or whatever. What sort of advice would you have for him just on how to handle it?
There's always another guy coming up. Another guy that's going first overall, another highly touted player. And everybody handles it differently. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's got a great personality. I think he's going to do just fine. My only advice would be just to enjoy it because it goes really, really fast. It really, really does.
That's Connor McDavid yesterday following the Oilers practice. Heading into tonight's game. What do you think of the lines, Duke?
Yeah, I like them. It's, with all the hoopla that was made, and hey, I was guilty of it as well going into the start of the season about the line combinations and the playing of McDavid.
What are you laughing at, Josh?
McDavid and Draisaitl.
I mean, unreal.
I
don't know.
What's going on?
He looks at me and he laughs. I don't know what he's laughing at.
Can't control himself.
I started laughing at Duke first
Oh, okay.
because he started laughing at you winding up for that big cough with your bronchial pneumonia or whatever you said you had.
Well, but
he's on the mend.
Maybe you should try your mother's mustard
poultice. Yeah. So I think what you do, you take dry mustard, like the Keen's mustard.
Yes.
And you take some flour and you take a little bit of liquid, make it up and put it in a tea towel, and you throw it on there. But you got to be careful because it'll burn your skin.
Yeah, mustard gas.
Yeah. So
classic
mustard.
Try
it today. I'll try it. So anyway, back to the lines.
Anyway, to the topic at hand. I think they're good, right? Yeah, we knew they would get mixed up. I don't know if we figured it would be a month in, a week in, which is where we're at, or somewhere in between. But yeah, splitting up McDavid and Draisaitl, giving David Tomashek a few more looks up inside the top six. I thought when you watch the team on the power play, I've liked Tomashek's game, and listen, the puck's not on his stick very much. That's not his role on the unit. It is to take over for Zach Hyman in front of the net, and he's had chances, just hasn't quite cashed in yet. But I've liked his play largely, so I think getting a chance up there is well warranted, and spice things up. They have no goals at 5-on-5.
None. Well, I mean, it's a very small sample size here.
Right, we're still talking just 3 games, so take everything with a grain of salt. But
remember in years past, though, that everyone was like going on, they can't score an empty net goal. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, which is a positive this year. They've already got 2, so little victories.
They're leading the league in empty net goals.
Yeah, good on them.
They're leading the league in empty net goals. Leon Draisaitl's got 2. Mangiapane's got 2. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has a goal. Philp obviously got his first. That's got to be tough. I mean, he's a first star on Saturday night, gets his first NHL goal, and he's going to miss his second game here in a row. But I think once Wallman and these guys start coming back, then you'll see the roster moves. And I think you'll see the reinsertion of Philp coming in. Henrique and Frederick, the other goal scorers, as well with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, as we mentioned. Coming up at the top of the hour, we got Mark Spector from Rogers Sportsnet. Probably just enjoy. I bet he had his bagel and his coffee. I wonder if he went to a Broadway play last night. And I'll tell you what, If Speck went to a Broadway play, what play would it be? Oh, Guys and Dolls. Was that right? Yeah. Guys and Dolls. Yeah. I got you tickets to Guys and Dolls. Not that there's anything wrong with that, Duke. Also, Frank Saravalli from the Daily Faceoff will be by at 8:20. All before that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Nectar.io. Learn more about how we can help your business automate processes, streamline operations. It's for your fleet. It's for your safety, time tracking, materials management needs. It's all of it. Nectar.io, your business made better. Here is Sam, the record man.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
4 games across the NHL last night. Buffalo doubled up Ottawa 8-4. The Panthers fell to the Wings 4-1. Connor Bedard and Lucas Reichel each had 3 points. The Hawks topped St. Louis 8-3. And in the nightcap, Calgary dropped their 4th in a row, losing to Utah 3-1. Off the ice, the LA Kings have a reacquired goaltender Phoenix Copley from Tampa Bay for future considerations. Tampa had claimed Copley off of waivers from LA earlier this month. Oil Kings rattled off their 3rd consecutive win, beating Portland 6-3 last night at Rogers Place, with Lucas Sachin scoring twice for Edmonton in the win. Toronto Blue Jays get themselves right back into the ALCS with a 13-4 win in the Seattle. 5 different Jays homered, and Shane Bieber went 6 innings, striking out 8 and only giving up 2 earned runs. NBA preseason rolls on. Raptors fall to Boston 110-108, and off the court, 2022 4th overall pick Keegan Murray and the Sacramento Kings have agreed to a 5-year, $140 million rookie extension. Coming up in hour 2 of the Kevin Karius Show, we'll be joined by Sportsnet's Mark Spector and Frank Saravalli from Victory Plus TV. This has been your Sports 1440 update with Sam Wilness.
Sports 1440 in West Edmonton Mall and Wetaskiwin. CKJR is a Stingray radio station.
Download the free Radio Player app and listen wherever you go.
Today on Hey Culligan, how smart is your water? Here's Tracy.
Hey, Culligan. I think my water might be dumb.
Good news, Tracy. Your water's not dumb. It's just not talking to you.
You can make my water talk.
No, but the new Culligan Smart Drinking Water System can talk to your phone to tell you when your water filters need changing and help you meet drinking water goals.
Now that's some brilliant H2O.
You said it, Tracy, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.ca.
Well, get ready for a silly hockey fans. Your partner in power just skated onto the ice.
EWEL.ca, the new e-commerce website for electrical wholesalers Edmonton, is ready for the power play 24/7, 365.
UL skates to where the puck will be in 5 years. Now that's forward thinking.
Killer selection, slamming products from the best brands, and legendary service.
Don't sit on the bench. Get your account today at EWEL.ca and win that project.
Plug into your partner in power. Get an EWEL.ca account today.
The madness continues at the Brick. Get your home ready to host. Save up to $1,200 on made in Canada sofas and sectionals, up to 30% off coffee tables and nightstands, and up to 25% off bedroom and dining. Buy more, save more, up to $1,000 off appliances. Hockey season is here, and so are big savings on big screen TVs. Save up to $800, plus get free local delivery on screens over 50 inches. The Brick, saving you more.
Hey, sports fans, we've got a clear choice for you. At Crystal Glass, we provide customers with the perfect glass for any job. From home to auto and even commercial, installation or repairs, we're your team. Call 310 Glass or visit crystalglass.ca. Crystal Glass.
You wanted local sports on weekends. Saturday mornings at 9, check out the Saturday Sports Setup, where we'll tee up what's happening on the weekend sports scene. Tune in Saturday morning at 9 on Sports 1440.
At jackpotcity.net, you can do amazing things with just one casino chip. Discover a world of incredible casino games with over 500 high-quality online slot games, including the world-renowned progressive jackpot slot Mega Moolah. Play for free at jackpotcity.net and get treated as a VIP 24/7. So visit jackpotcity.net today on your tablet, laptop, or mobile. Jackpot City, a whole world of casino games. 18 plus. Please play responsibly. This is not a gambling website.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 25% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until October 18th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Stories, guests, and insights. This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 8 o'clock in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440. We're also streaming on YouTube and X, and it's time now for On the Mark. Brought to you by Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. A great selection of 2025 inventory is in stock right now. Plus, if you can believe it, they got Corvettes in stock right now in the month of October. And there is a deal to be had on Corvettes. I'm sure Mike would store it for you too. He's a pretty good guy. Let's be honest. So buy a Corvette right now, and Mike will store it for you. Probably even in his own garage. Who knows where it would be. Check him out at Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC as we welcome in Mark Spector from Rogers Sportsnet. Good morning, Spec. Did you
Can
go
a
for
guy pull a
bagel
boat
and
with
coffee
a
this
vet?
morning already?
Hey, can a guy pull a boat with a vet?
No, you cannot pull a.
Yeah, they.
Not your boat. That yacht.
Just
Okay.
asking. Does it come with a hitch package?
You know what? I don't know where that hitch would go on an old vet like that. It would be, you'd have to somehow, you'd have to probably, I guess you'd have to construct it from would be like on your boat Spec where you have your ski boat. You know what I'm talking about? So you know where your tow rope is?
Yeah.
So it has to come up from up top somewhere in a vet, I guess.
Yeah, you could put a pole like right in the middle.
Yeah, right in the back seat there.
Yeah.
Right in the middle or whatever. I don't know.
Stop already. Stop.
What would a guy like Mark Spector be doing in the Big Apple last night? We already said that you probably went to a Broadway play. Would that have been on the agenda?
No, because the Jays are playing. I want to watch the Jays. Elliot Friedman and I sat at a very nice, nicely appointed place, the Joyce, named after James Joyce.
Yes.
We watched the Blue Jays kick it last night, man. When it was 2-0 for the other guys, it was like, okay, this is it. Like either this series turns or the series is over. I think they could see it was like, don't go towards the light for the Blue Jays. And they did turn it around. You got to give them credit.
I'll be honest. We talked about Bieber yesterday a lot. And when he gave up that 2-run dinger, I was like, this is not going to be good. But
and they really fought back. Like
he battled, and they chased that pitch that you can call it a cutter, slider, whatever you want to call it. It's outside low, it's out of the strike zone, and they chased it all night long.
Yeah, so good for the Jays. Like the bats got going. They did to Seattle exactly what Seattle did to them in their ballpark.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's amazing. Five LCS games. The visiting team has won every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to home field, home ice advantage, but it's not worth much in hockey anymore, and it doesn't look like it's worth much in baseball either.
Well, and it's funny, everyone talks about Seattle being a pitcher's ballpark. Well, I mean, you got your ninth batter hitting a 2-run dinger.
Yeah.
And it's out. It's 390 some. I mean, Barger's home run was gone. I thought Vladimir Guerrero's double to left field. Did you see that one that was off the wall?
Yeah, he needed a little elevation. He hit the heck out of it. It was just a line shot.
This thing was like 15 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
So anyway, Jays are right back in it. That's good. I don't even know what time their game is tonight.
Same. So 8 o'clock.
I'll be out at UBS Arena watching the Islanders and this young Schaefer kid on the blue line everybody's talking about. I'm quite looking forward to watching them play.
I think a lot of us are too. He's been averaging like 26 minutes so far in the early going.
That's a lot.
Skates like crazy. Like they're talking this guy's as good of a skater as anyone in the league right now.
Yeah, they're throwing out Cale Makar references there. I mean, that's probably a little quick for a guy that's just played his first 3 or 4 NHL games. But you know what? The Islanders need somebody that you want to watch on their team. Like they're a pretty, they're not the sexiest team out there, the Islanders, for sure. And it's a difficult arena to get to when you live out here in the, if you live out here in New York. They're not the Rangers. They've never been. And they've been a pretty average team here for a while. I know they went to a couple conference finals in recent memory, but they need something to make you want to get on that Long Island Railroad train and go out to that arena near Belmont Track and watch them play. And I think this guy might just be the answer.
Are the Oilers going to get Big Save Dave Riddick tonight?
Don't know. I don't know. Islanders will skate somewhere today, probably at their practice facility where the Oilers practiced yesterday. I don't know who they're going to get. Sorokin wasn't very good the last game.
Well, he's not. His goals against average is over 4 already.
Yeah, he hasn't been great this year. So maybe you get Big Save Dave. They've never had any trouble with Big Save Dave.
No.
The Oilers. Whether he was a Flame or whether he was a King. He didn't make enough big saves when he played Edmonton, in my recollection. So let's see what happens.
The other guy for the Islanders to keep an eye on is Barzal. I mean, this is a guy that everyone thought could be taking that next step to be in the upper echelon of players. But he only played 30 games last year. He's off to a slow start this year. And this is the guy that they were building this team around here, Spec.
It is. It's a guy that a lot of people in that draft think, oh, man, why did my team pick Matt Barzal?
Well, you remember the draft, right? That's the draft where, that's the Connor McDavid draft. And that's the draft where the Oilers make the deal and trade that pick for Griffin Reinhart.
That's right. Yeah. And the Oilers end up getting Griffin Reinhart, who basically never played. And the next guy that went in that draft was Kyle Connor. So there was a lot of good players in that draft. Brock Besser went below in that draft. So yeah, lots of guys. Anthony Beauvillier. I'm just looking at the list now. How about at number 35, Sebastian Aho goes to Carolina. He wasn't a bad player.
Oh man, no kidding. Yeah.
Right.
No, you're right. Yeah. Well, look at Jack Roslovic was 25.
Yeah. So I mean, Brendan Gooley. Sorry, that's not Hayden Gooley. It's Brendan Gooley. But anyway, the point is, you can play this game with every draft. But that was a big deal that Chiarelli made that day. And they loved Reinhart. And I remember our good friend Derek Van Diest told me that very second. I hope they don't take Reinhart because I don't think he's a very good player. And Derek was all over it. Griffin Reinhart was a nice guy, but there's lots of nice guys. He ended up playing his career in Europe, not here in North America. That was a tough trade for Pete Chiarelli.
Well, I mean, again, you think about all those guys that could have been drafted with that. Like even a guy, to be honest with you, if you were thinking of how you were building your team, it would have been a defenseman probably. And so you take a Thomas Chabot. How's that sound?
Sure. You could have had Thomas Chabot. Could have had Joel Eriksson Ek.
Yeah.
Right? How good a player is he? Like he's a fantastic centerman. Yeah. So,
I just look at it like they were they wanted a defenseman. So they made the trade to get a defenseman. They could have drafted a defenseman there. Yeah.
Yep. 2 picks later, Thomas Chabot goes to Ottawa.
Yeah.
And listen. Anyway, at least you made one good pick in that draft. Connor McDavid wasn't so bad. He didn't screw that up.
Hey, what do you think of the lines yesterday, Spec, when they were adjusted? And we discussed when Connor and Leon were going to be separated. I said to you that I thought it was going to be on this trip a while back, and not saying that that's how it was going to go, but I mean they got to start generating a little more here.
Yeah, they do. They haven't generated a whole bunch, right? What did they have? 3 goals against Calgary. 3 is okay. If you get to 3, you got a good chance of winning. 2 in an empty netter against Vancouver, and 1 in an empty netter against the Rangers. So, sure. Listen, we've been through this so many times. I've always said, and I'll continue to say, they're a better team when McDavid and Draisaitl are apart. Now, losing Zach Hyman throws a wrench in that. It makes you say, geez, we're missing a top 6 winger. We got to do something different. We got to put them together. We got to do this. We got to do that. I'm here to tell you they're a better team when those guys are apart. I believe that Chris Knobloch would, if you filled him full of truth serum, he'd tell you the same thing. And they went Mangiapane, McDavid, Tomaszek in the top line, and then RNH, Draisaitl, Roslovic in the second line.
Right.
Henrique Frederic's your third line center, Podkolzin and Kapanen, and Henrique's your fourth line center, Howard and Savoy. I don't mind that lineup. It's a pretty good looking lineup. It's going to change soon because guys are coming back. But the Frederic, Podkolzin, Kapanen line, that line was fantastic against the Rangers. And for me, if Frederic can play center and he can be the third line center on this team for the next 5 years, I sense that might be the best place in the lineup for him.
You know, it's something about Podkolzin and Kapanen when they play together, right? And whoever goes in there seems to complement those guys, and those guys complement each other is what I'm trying to say. Like Podkolzin and Kapanen seem to be, and you know how you always say you want, you know, a center and a winger, and you know, you pick two guys and then you fill in the other one. Well, it's different here when you got the two wingers and you're plugging in, because Philp was pretty good with those two guys too.
Yeah, it's you know, I've watched Kapanen so far this year and really liked his game. Like he seems, you know, we're only 3 games in. I mean, he had a good season last year. He helped the Oilers last year when they got him. I thought he had a good playoff. You know, this is a guy he has every tool that you want. He's got good size. He's got above average speed, right? He's got talent. He knows what to do with the puck, but he didn't bring it enough in his career. Like Toronto traded him to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh waived him. St. Louis picked him up. St. Louis waived him. Edmonton picked him up. You're flipping around on waivers out there. It's because you're not bringing it enough, and teams are sick of paying you for not enough production. And give Kapanen credit, man. He's found a spot here. He's figured it out, and him and Podkolzin, they're hard to play against. It's a difficult third line, and you put a guy like Frederic in the middle that's got some size, and maybe you can play a little more aggressively, and all of a sudden you got a third line that no one wants to go out there against that third line because they're hard, they're big, and I like that. It's an identity that the Oilers don't have on any of their other lines, right? 3 guys that'll hit you, 3 guys that have good size that win the puck battles. That line's got a chance for me, Kev.
Well, I mean, anytime you score 20 goals in a season, I mean, you're doing something right.
Okay.
And I mean, he did that when he was with the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, I mean, it's there. And you see him, like, even when you look at that shootout, Leon scored in the shootout against Calgary, but Kapanen probably had the best move and the best shot, hammered it off the crossbar. Like, the hands are there.
Listen, like, he's one of these guys. He was a first-round pick for a reason, right? 22nd overall for the Leafs. But too many seasons with not enough going on, man. Too many seasons with, you know, he had 73 games in St. Louis one year. He had 6 goals and 22 points. Like, that's not enough, right? He's had one 20-goal season in his life. You know, with the talent he has and the speed he has, 1 20-goal season, that's not enough, man. He's never had more than 44 points in a season. So let's see what the Oilers get. I'm not telling you he's going to be really, really productive. He's not going to be a 50-point guy off the third line here. But on this team, in that role, Kapanen's he's really helped. They've got this player at the right time in his career when somebody must have said to him, look, kid, start playing or you're not going to be in this league any longer, because he's been playing since he got to Edmonton.
Yeah. How boring were the Board of Governors meetings or availability or whatever you want to call it?
Oh my God, it was a nothing burger. Like, almost nothing happened. You know, they're fretting over the fact that the rink isn't ready in Italy. You know, they can't. They had usually when they open up a new rink for an Olympics, they'll put in a big event like the month before, 2 months before, a U20 tournament or something, and try out the ice and try out the dressing rooms and all that stuff. They canceled that event because they know already this rink's not going to be ready. So Gary Bettman and Bill Daly said, hey, not our gig, not our show. We don't have a contingency plan for a new rink. It's not our responsibility to have one. This is the IOC it's their party, man. They got to have a rink ready for us when we get there. So they will. I just wouldn't lean on any walls in that place because they'll be covered in drywall dust still.
If Mark Spector were going to a Broadway play that's on Broadway right now, because Guys and Dolls isn't playing as far as I can see, Spec.
What's the plan? Give me some choices at least.
Okay, I'm going to give you 5 choices, okay?
Okay.
The Lion King, Wicked, The Great Gatsby, The Book of Mormon, Moulin Rouge, or The Buena Vista Social Club.
Oh, I'd go see the Buena Vista Social Club for sure. I walked past.
You don't even know what it's about.
Whatever. I love the band. Love the band. Love that music. I saw Book of Mormon here, I don't know, last year, the year before. Jim Matheson and I went. It was fantastic. Laughed. Couldn't have laughed harder.
Mormon's on too right now, actually. I just see
it was really, really funny. Seen a few plays over the year. I got to say, like, that's just one of those little things in life. I don't consider myself a theater guy. I'm not I don't do a lot of that sort of thing. But when in Rome, right? When you're walking down Broadway and you go for a nice dinner before and you go to a play in one of those beautiful theaters, like it's a New York thing to do. And anyone out there listening, if you get a chance, man, go to a Broadway play. You won't regret it.
Oh, Speck. I feel like I'm sitting here with Siskel and Ebert here or something. I don't know.
Siskel. Which one are you? Ebert or Siskel?
Whatever. Enjoy the game tonight, Speck, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
We remind us more of Ernie and Bert, to be honest.
It's Waldorf and Stadler, probably.
All right, Kev, have a great day.
Talk to you tomorrow, big guy. That's Mark Spector from Rogers Sportsnet on the Mark, brought to you by Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC, powered by Northgate. This truck's for you. When we come back, we've got our second barrel of the double barrel shotgun hockey insiders. Can't wait to see what Frank has to say about the Board of Governors meeting. That's coming up. Frank Saravalli from Victory Plus TV. It's a Kevin Carey show with the Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440. We're presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Stradlin. How would you like to join me and the superstars of hockey on an exotic holiday? Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters, you can attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Fernando Pisani, Kelly Buckberger, Ron Lowe, Gene Principe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. There's still time to get in on every hockey fan's dream cruise. Book now and save $500 per couple. The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
Visit cast.tours/Edmonton. Call 1-833-347-7678. Call now to book and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours, 1-833-347-7678.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 25% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until October 18th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
They're not just a grocery store. They're a butcher, a baker, a cafe, deli, rotisserie pizza, and restaurant, all under one roof. Loca Quality Market does food differently with 2 locations to serve you. Edmonton and Sherwood Park. Visit loca.ca.
Top quality flooring, locally owned, and Canadian products from Beaulieu. Yeah, that's CFI.
CFI what?
No, CFI. Custom Floors, Inc.
From free estimate to professional installation, contact Custom Floors Inc. at customfloorsinc.ca.
Edmonton's home for sports is Sports 1440. After every game this season, tune in to Andrew Walker for the post-game show. Let's talk some hockey. Let's talk about the game on Sports 1440.
Weekly NFL giveaways, drink specials, huge screen TVs. The hits keep coming at First Round, Edmonton's NFL headquarters. Watch NFL football at First Round, and you could win a trip to your favorite NFL city for a regular season game next season. Catch NFL action Thursday nights, all day Sunday, starting with the Pro Bowl brunch from 10:30 to 2. Then Monday night, with half-price boneless wings after 6 p.m. First Round, burgers, beer, sports. Downtown and Bourbon Street, West Edmonton Mall.
3 locations, endless sports action. Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge. Sully's is the place to catch every game this fall. With tons of TVs, there's never a bad seat in the house. Check out the game night food and drink features and bring your friends for all the fun with Oilers watch parties all season long. Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge at all 3 Century Casino locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
Portions of this hour brought to you by Sports Select. Get in on the action with hockey. Bet on the original at sportselect.com. 100% legal. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, a proud presentation of Sports Select.
In store or online at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 8:20 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440. Time now for the headliner of the day, brought to you by Mr. Rooter Plumbing, draining clogged pipes like 3 pointers for all your plumbing needs. Go to mrrooter.ca as we welcome in Frank Saravalli from Victory Plus TV. Morning, Frank.
How you doing, Kevin?
Good. Hey, looks like we got the Buffalo Sabres going, Frank.
Yeah, putting an 8 spot up on the board is one way to get everyone going. And by the way, everyone's got their own sort of post-game ritual, the player of the game that they hand out. I know the Oilers have some construction gear, a wrench. The Sabres, is this the most elite post-game celebration? They have a full-blown sword. And I don't know if you saw it, but like they just unearthed the sword last night after the game and like took it out of its sheath or casing, and I was like, whoa, hold on a second here, that's a real sword. Like this is dangerous.
I apologize, Frank. I never saw it because I wasn't expecting them to win.
Whoa, geez. All right, okay. So you went there. All right.
So what kind of sword are we looking at here?
Like a full-blown, it's a 5-foot sword. Yes.
Wow.
Like it's humongous.
So the equipment guy's got to be careful, I guess, hauling this thing around or what?
Well, not only that, but could you imagine hauling that thing around city to city? Oh, yeah, don't mind that. We're just throwing our sword in the back of the plane.
Going across customs.
Does this thing clear security?
Well, I can just see an accident. Something's going to happen here. It's the Sabres, right?
Yeah, someone lost an Achilles.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, also, like, again, we talked about Buffalo on Tuesday, talked about Detroit, and now the Red Wings. Big win over the Panthers. And Panthers, man, the injuries are mounting there, Frank.
They are, and I knew that there would be a compounding effect because, it's one thing to lose Barkov, and they had Tkachuk out from before the season started, but then you throw in Dmitry Kulikov 5 months on the back end, and all of a sudden, you can't continue to chip away, peel back layer after layer and think that the Florida Panthers are just going to be unfazed. And I think even in some ways, their nonchalance of, oh, yeah, not a big deal. Alexander Barkov and Matthew Tkachuk, next man up, we'll figure it out. It does have to catch up to you. And we talked about the high leverage hockey that the Panthers have played, not just 3 straight trips to the final, but also the Four Nations face-off and then now the Olympics. There's no way to try and mentally, let alone physically, be engaged for every game. So I think hugely impressive by the Red Wings, by the way, after getting roasted by their head coach after one game, which you don't really see. First game of the season, a coach tee off. But they've responded in a big way. And the thing that stands out for me is they really move the puck quick. And that's going to be a big benefit to them.
Mm-hmm. Well, Frank, I went on the furthest of limbs and said Florida's not going to make the playoffs this year. What do you think of that?
That's a bridge too far. I still think the East is soft enough. Look at the Metro. Like, there should only be 3 teams getting in from the Metro. So that leaves a lot of wiggle room in the Atlantic. Can the Panthers be one of the top 5 teams in that division? I'm betting yes every time.
It's a crazy, crazy call. Frank Saravalli with us from Victory TV on the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440. You didn't go to the Board of Governors meeting, did you?
I did, yes.
Oh, you did?
In fact,
okay.
I went to the Board of Governors meeting yesterday, then got dinner and met up with some Oiler folks that were in town in New York. So I was doing my homework for the Kevin Karius Show last night.
Oh, we just had Speck on. He said he was with Elliot.
Well, I didn't meet up with Speck after, but I did see Speck for a while. We were standing there killing time, waiting for the meeting to end.
Wow, here you go. So Speck said it was kind of a nothing burger. You agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty accurate in terms of news, quote news from the meeting. It's that is the commissioner's state of the league address to his owners, to let them know everything that's happening and what to expect and to set the agenda for the season. And so when it comes to, we already know what the salary cap numbers are going to be for the next 2 seasons beyond this one. We already know a lot of, there wasn't any expansion talk, for instance. So it wasn't a very newsy meeting, but I always go because you never know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Even going, so the one in December now is in Colorado Springs. I'll fly out to Colorado Springs just for 2 days of babysitting to make sure that nothing happens, because I've gone to these for the last 12 years now. And sometimes they just hit you in the face out of the clear blue sky with a 2x4 and announce that they're going to start a ticket drive in Vegas, which is how things started all that time ago. Sometimes when you least expect it, that's when you get news.
Was the news just maybe, the stuff that I was reading about, last night, and even Bettman talking about investing into growing the game internationally? Well, that's been going on for a long time, but is there another step there, or what are you thinking?
I think there's more that they can do.
Yeah.
So they've worked on TV packages for each country. They're trying to bring more games there. They're trying to find more ways to get the league in a broader vision point and scale in Europe, particularly. Yes, they signed a new deal yesterday with a TV partner in Australia, but it's really difficult for the league. And I was actually speaking to someone yesterday who's in London and is a rabid NHL fan. And he said, the games start here on a good night at 1 a.m. It's a really difficult sport to follow from that perspective. Yet it feels like the NBA, which is operating on the same exact time frame, seems to be so much more visible. And that part they're trying to work through to find the best solution, while also not stepping on the toes of the proud Finnish league or Swedish league or pick,
Right.
one of those other leagues that's been operating there successfully for a long time.
Speck touched on it too about the Olympics. He was asked about that, and he said, whoa, that's not our baby here.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, I
what's-
think there's
yeah.
a certain
Concern, huh?
well, it's funny because I think it was Speck that had asked specifically, and the commissioner said, concern is an interesting word. He would say, we're monitoring it. So the disappointment is that the league has been voicing these concerns, I guess you could say, for a couple years now about the slow pace of construction. And insert joke here, Italian guy talking about slow construction in Italy. But things take twice as long there as they should. And I'm sure as Canadians, you can appreciate that as well. Just how long it takes to work through the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
And that part it's leaving the NHL with no wiggle room here. It's not their event. It's not they're not under control. They have no say in the process, but they're providing the best, the best players in the world and halting their business for a 16-day period of time. That becomes problematic if the facilities aren't up to snuff. And the first time that anyone's ever really going to be skating on this ice is for Olympic medals. That's problematic. And so the league is obviously closely monitoring it, but it's not like they can get in there and start snapping necks saying like, let's go here.
Yeah. It could be really, really scary. Are you going to Italy, Frank?
I am going to Milan and very excited.
Wow. How long are you going for? Are you booked already?
I'm going for the entire tournament. So I'll be there 16 nights. And I've done a lot of things in my career, but I've never covered a Winter Olympics. I actually have, just to the right of me here, my credential from Beijing. But once the NHL pulled out, there wasn't really much of a reason to go to Beijing in the middle of COVID. So haven't covered an Olympics and very excited to.
You got some relatives that you're staying with over there, Frank, or what?
No, I don't. My relatives are in the southern. We're from the heel of the boot.
I get you.
Yeah.
I had to throw that one out there.
I'm Calabrese, if anyone's listening.
It was funny because guys like yourself and other guys that were at the BOG yesterday, it seemed the most important posting social media wise was on Brady Tkachuk. What are you thinking? Is it more than a month here?
Yeah, I think if the Senators have their preferred way, it will be. And that sounds funny to say, but he was in New York to see a specialist on Wednesday, and they're reviewing surgical options to go in there and strengthen that injury, not just repair it, but strengthen it with a plate and potentially some screws, I think is what they're looking at. And it does extend the timeline to return, but if you rehab and then run into the same issue again, you go, man, I wish I just would have gotten it done from the beginning. And I think that's what they prefer. Once, as you know, these types of injuries happen and you have the surgery, it's like you're talking 99% chance that they don't reoccur because of the strengthening that occurred there. And that part is what the Sens are taking a hard look at.
From our text line here, Frank Badniv wants to know, ask Frank, and I'm paraphrasing this. I think I'm getting to what he thinks, but he's not really typing it in correctly. Ask Frank who he thinks the Oilers will be waiving here or sending down once guys start coming back, like Ballman, Janmark, etc.
Yeah, so I think there's going to be a pecking order here. I think the first player likely to move is Isaac Howard because he's waiver exempt. Then I'd say it's probably Curtis Lazar. And as you work through the permutations, the Oilers want to do everything they can to avoid putting Noah Philp on waivers because they think he's likely to be claimed, and I do too.
I do too, yeah.
And I think the really interesting thing to watch is it seems like Alec Regula is trending toward this weekend to play. And that's, when everyone is healthy, when Wallman's healthy, which Wallman may play tonight, that Regula is going to be in and the odd man out will be Emberson. So when that happens, do the Oilers look to make a trade and move Emberson? And the other part is, I think they'd be open to moving Janmark in the right trade if that were to present itself.
Frank Saravalli with us from Victory Plus TV. Oilers play the Islanders tonight, Frank. How much in the 3 games that the Islanders have played, how much have you seen of Matthew Schaefer in the first 3 games that he's played?
I've seen a lot. I've seen a very impressive skater. I've seen a Cale Makar level skater, and don't read too much into that. Like, I'm not saying that Matthew Schaefer is Cale Makar, not by any stretch. To be able to offensively impact the game and be a dynamic defender is the ultimate rare combination. But I think the DNA, the elements of Schaefer's game, that foundational part of it is there. I think it's going to take a lot of time to bear that and the weight of what it would take to become that franchise defenseman. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. Makar had the benefit of additional years of seasoning at the college level that Schaefer is stepping right from junior into the NHL. And so that part is going to be interesting to watch, but I just like to set a really basic expectation for him is to get through the entire season. If you look back in his career, it's been fits and starts with injury, and there's never been any question at all about Matthew Schaefer and his game. It's just been, can he stay on the ice? And given now that he's playing in the top league in the world and against men on a nightly basis, that challenge becomes even harder. And so I think that's the baseline for me. Get through a full season, get through it healthy, and then let's talk about bigger expectations.
I saw last night, Frankie posted about old Tusky there, the Mammoth new mascot. You're pretty impressed with this guy.
Am I?
Yeah.
I think
I could feel it coming through. Like, you were just talking about this Tusky like it's like the best thing going.
Well, first off, it's not topping Gritty because no one's topping Gritty. Yeah. And my wife famously says that Gritty is the leftovers from the Philly Fanatic. Leftover DNA from the Philly Fanatic.
Okay.
And she termed it in a much more graphic way than that for radio. But when it comes to Tusky, I think the mascot business is a hard one. You're trying to create something unique. You're also trying to do it in a manner that doesn't scare kids. And because that
scares me, man.
I know, but that's the point is you also want something that brings a little energy and maybe some fierce attitude. And I think the best thing that the Flyers did, and by the way, like he totally took attention away from a really bad hockey team for a year or two, but it's the personality inside the suit that matters just as much as the suit itself.
I think Gritty was a spinoff from Youppi, the old Expos mascot.
There's a touch of that. Yep.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Youppi guy.
Yeah. You know what? Just with that game there, Frank, Utah and Calgary. I mean, Calgary should probably be 0-5 here.
Yeah. Again, they look really slow.
Yeah.
Another team that looks like they're not moving anywhere nearly quick enough. And that's going to be a concern in addition to their lack of goal scoring. They can't score. And that's why they're trying to press into the lineup a guy like Zane Parekh, who is not ready to defend at the NHL level, but can provide some significant juice offensively. How do you manage both of those things at the same time? So interesting game. And also, not to pile on, but interesting game for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah.
I thought they were fantastic, and Connor Bedard looks like a different player this year than what we've seen in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's got someone riding shotgun with him and Frank Nazar, which, by the way, that deal might already be a significant value before it even kicks in. We're talking about a pretty special duo.
Yeah. What do you got cooking this weekend, Frank? Coaching some hockey?
4 games again this weekend. Yeah, it's a lot, but this is 4 games this weekend, and then we got a break next weekend, which is my only weekend off the following one. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Who are you behind the bench? Are you like the Iron Mike Keenan? Are you a calmer guy? What do you like behind the bench here,
I'm
Frank?
a yeller.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest challenges that I've had as a coach is learning how to coach each player differently, because not everyone likes that. Like, I've got a couple kids that love the intensity and want the feedback, and I've got a couple other kids that go into a shell and some that are in the middle. And it's trying to find that balance between, calling players out, how to do it privately. I'm sure any coach experiences some of the same feelings, but when you're in the heat of the battle and you want more, it's hard to not ask for more.
Well, it's easier to pull back the reins, Frank, than go to the whip.
That's how I feel. And I'm a pretty intense coach in practice as well. We do a ton of skating. And in fact, the reward for a really successful tournament in Connecticut last weekend, not to be that guy that sounds over the top as an 11U coach, but we had some poor competition that we faced. And I said, if you win these games by 10 or more goals, we don't have to skate on Tuesday and Wednesday. So,
wow. What are you guys playing under 7 teams or what, Frank?
We do the Minnesota Mile at the end of practice. I don't know if anyone does that, but the players really like not doing that. I'll tell you that much.
Well, good luck on the weekend, Frank.
Yeah, I'm sure I sounded like way over the top, but
it
seems like it's working so far.
Yeah,
everyone's enjoying it.
Iron Frank.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Like that.
Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you on Tuesday, big guy.
You too. See ya.
That's Frank Saravalli from Victory Plus TV. Every day, 10 a.m., our time, 12 Eastern. Gaining a lot of traction. Frank, again, not going to Italy. How's that, Duke? Going to Italy. How about
color
that?
me jealous?
Did you? How about? Are you going to stay at some relatives' house?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I know we're in the lower. We're in the lower boot.
Right, the heel.
The heel.
The heel of the boot.
I'm
I'm sure he'll have a great time.
Out of all the places to cover an Olympics,
and listen, people always just like, and it's. I've never been anywhere around the world, right? Like I'm not a traveler. I've never been. But if you gave me a choice of the past several Olympics, right? And you're talking Beijing,
No.
you're talking Italy, you're talking Sochi.
No.
Like, I think I know where my preference would be
Italy,
to visit, right?
100%.
Into Italy. So,
and I mean, you think how nice Italy is in the summer, but again, how Frank describes it, it's the difference between climate, between the north part of the
for
country
sure.
to down south is, amazing. So I don't know where there would be another place where you'd want to go to. I mean, maybe somewhere in like the Lillehammer Games, beautiful.
I think Europe
like
would
that,
suit me, and I mean, if you rewind to the 2014 Olympics, yes, there was NHL competition there, and that's, I mean, the geopolitical landscape wasn't the same as it is now about going to Russia for an Olympics or something. And apparently, like Sochi along the Black Sea is really nice and all that stuff. But I still think Italy or maybe some other parts of Europe would probably take higher priority for me.
Eddie Steele texts in and says, "I'd love to see if Frank leads by example." Marksman says, "No, Frank, us Canadians do not refer to it as the Minnesota Mile." Lots of texts coming in, 833-401-1440. When we come back, we might listen to maybe a little Chris Knobloch. We'll see what we got queued up. Who else was interviewed yesterday, Duke? I can't even remember, but I know Knobloch was, Connor McDavid. Maybe we'll just shoot the breeze with the Duke of Delburne. It's the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Scott McGilvery here, HGTV host and renovation expert. The one upgrade I know homeowners will love: better, fresher Culligan water straight from the tap. Culligan's Aquasential reverse osmosis filtration system takes your water to the next level. With up to 7 stages of filtration and 14 filter options, they're certified to reduce over 90 contaminants. Your tap water is about to get a major upgrade. Safer water that tastes great. Get started with a free in-home water test at Culligan.com. Culligan, water you love.
Mr. Rooter meets a ghost. 1 plunge, 2, and 3. A toilet clogged with a ghost? Man, I love plumbing. You're free now.
I will never find peace. The clog is fixed, yes, but I have never trusted the sump pump.
No problemo. I can fix that. Now go to the light, you little scamp.
Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
To resolve your unfinished plumbing business, trust one plumber, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. I'm super excited to tell you today that we have fed over 250 families so far with our Feed 500 Families event. With that said, we are still short of our goal. We have decided to continue this on through to the end of October. With your help and your support, we can get this done. Please stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Experience more at the Edmonton Expo Center. Come for Canada's largest trade show, the biggest names in entertainment, exhilarating sporting events, and more. Stay for the experience, but it doesn't end there. Maximize your brand exposure with Edmonton Expo Center's new cutting-edge feature screens, spanning Western Canada's largest venue space. Captivate an annual audience of over 1 million visitors during iconic events like Pro Rodeo, Disney on Ice, Glow, K-Days, and so much more. To learn more, call 780-471-7380 or visit EdmontonExpoCenter.com today.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 25% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until October 18th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Big guests, bigger takes. Jason Gregor brings the names you know and the stories you don't. Weekdays, 2 to 6 on Sports 1440. Don't miss a minute of the action on Edmonton's sports leader, Sports 1440.
Canada, Crave is now the exclusive streaming home of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Let me hear you if you want to win. 2 of the most iconic game shows in television history.
You never know what's going to happen around here.
Stream new seasons next day on Crave.
I'm excited already.
Plus, dive into a massive library of classic episodes, which include Canadian legend Alex Trebek. Answer. Daily Double. Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.ca.
Prostate cancer affects 1 in 6 men in Alberta, and this November we're fighting back. Every dollar raised fuels early detection.
Canadian Tire's biggest tire sale is here. Save up to 25% on quality tire brands like Bridgestone, Continental, Michelin, and Motomaster until November 12th. Conditions apply.
Have your sports curiosity cured with the Kevin Karius Show. This is Sports 1440.
Hey, welcome back to the big program, Kevin Karius Show, presented by Sports Select. And playing Sports Select is so easy. Just visit sportselect.com, you generate a QR code, you check the how to play videos. It's a step-by-step guidance. It's so simple. Check them out, sportselect.com, 100% legal. You got to be 18 plus. Please play responsibly. Frank Saravalli was talking about the Sabres giving the saber, yes, it's a sword, for their player of the game. And he just found the video. And for some reason, I don't know, maybe I never thought that the Buffalo Sabres were going to win a game for the rest of the year, but I didn't see it last night. And Frank talked about it with when we were having him on from Victory Plus TV. Duke just showed me the video, and holy smokes, like we're talking like a sword, and Alec Lyon he was the goaltender last night that got the player of the game, Alex Lyon. He takes it out of the sheath, I guess you want to call it that or whatever. And luckily there's no one around him there, man, because someone could have really got pumped. Like, I mean, we're talking like it's not quite to the extent of that scene in The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner, when she takes it off the wall and, she's doing the ninja stuff. And then the scarf comes out and cuts it in half. But, oh, wow. Hey, last night the Blue Jays in Seattle win 13-4. And wouldn't you know it, one of our good friends, Sean Smith, salesman extraordinaire here at Stingray, the Herb Tarlick of salesmen here at Stingray, was at the game. And he's joining us right now from Seattle, I believe still. SKS, are you there, big guy?
You bet, KK. I am, and thanks for being so nice. That's I don't usually get that welcome. Thank you.
So, was this on the company dime or what?
Yeah, us commission salespeople. Yeah, the company dime. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So, who went? Like, I mean, I saw a picture. You went to the game last night. You flew in yesterday. You're coming back today, or what? What's going on?
So it was kind of last minute. We had some friends ask us if we wanted to go down, and we were like, yeah, like let's try and make that happen. So it was kind of threw it together really quick. We actually ended up they flew direct into Seattle, and of course they got extra money. I'm just a sales guy, whatever. So I had to fly into Abbotsford. We flew into Abbotsford actually, which was really cool. Fly in there, rent a car, and drive down to Seattle. So an hour flight into Abbotsford, jumped in a rental there, and 2 hours and 15 minutes in Seattle.
So what time did you get there, like before the game? Like how much time did you have before?
Oh, before the game? I mean, we were there as soon as the gates opened.
Oh, perfect.
So they were usually 2 hours and whatever. I've never been to the ballpark before, right? Never been down to that where Lumen Field and, where the Seahawks play, and then T-Mobile right there. It's really, what a great facility, both of them, right? So being close, yeah.
So, I mean, how were your tickets?
Tickets were behind the right in line from second to third baseline, right there on third base, row 21.
Wow. Cool.
So right behind the Blue Jays dugout. Very cool.
Yeah.
We just kind of lucked out on I think it was StubHub we got them from.
Okay.
But when you get in early, we're visitors. So the nice thing was we were able to go down to where the Jays were all warming up, and the pitchers were all warming up. So we were able to get some signatures from the guys like Hoffman came by and Varlin came by, Savage came by. My boys were at home, and so I have them FaceTime because I was, with the strike and everything. So I got the boys on their FaceTiming, and when they came through, my wife was getting the ball signed, and Savage is like signing them. I said, and I turned it around the FaceTime so my boys could see them. and said, "Oh, and this is who you're signing the ball for." And he said hi to him. And, yeah, it was really
great.
cool.
That's
Yeah, it
so
was really
cool. Yeah. Sean Smith with us, Stingray salesman, went to the Blue Jays game in Seattle last night. So what was the atmosphere like? And I mean, even after that first home run by Rodriguez to make it 2-0, I'm sure Jays fans were going, "Oh boy, this isn't going to be good."
I'm sitting there and this home run hits or whatever, and it was loud. Like, I mean, the Jays is like being at the Jays Stadium before. I was there 10 years ago against KC, and it was, in the ALCS as well. And it was unbelievable like how loud it was in the Jays Stadium. But this was loud too. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa, it was, and I was like, oh, like this isn't good at all. And then the Jays stormed back with their 2-run home run, and it was like, oh, okay, there's all the Jays fans. Like, because I was thinking, are we all around here? Where is everybody, right? And it was loud too. It was great. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
How come you're not staying for Game 4?
So, true story. Just went in for the one game, to be honest. And then people are like, well, maybe you should stay for the second one. You're good luck. And I said no, because I remember, again, 10 years ago, we went down to Toronto, watched the first one, they won, and then went for the second one, and they got spanked. And I'm like, nope, not doing that again, breaking that cycle.
Yeah.
So hopefully that happens, that we pull the win off tonight. But the starters, I keep saying this. I think with Scherzer being on the mound tonight, we got to get through the first 2 innings. I think with him. And same thing, Bieber was unbelievable. After, again, got through the first 2 innings, and we were good. We settled in, and he was lights out. And then I think we got to do the same thing with Scherzer, right? It just seems like we got to get through those first couple innings, and then they settle in. Yeah.
You coming back today then right away?
Yeah, I'll be flying back. I'll be driving back here to Abbotsford by about 1 o'clock, and then flying out of Abbotsford. Yeah.
Are you going to work tomorrow, or are you just going to screw the pooch for the rest of the week?
Come on, I got to pay for this trip. So no, I'll bring you a coffee in the morning. Don't worry, I'll bring you a coffee in the morning.
Sounds good, SKS. Thanks for coming on, big guy. Hey, safe travels back, big guy.
Hey, one last thing, KK. I don't know if you saw it I don't know if you saw the photo or not, but the sign. Remember the whole thing with Big Papi. The viral thing where he called Vladdy after they won. They're celebrating, and they're like, the Yankees lose, right? And while there was these guys, they had a sign, and it said, the Mariners lose. And so we got our picture taken with the sign right behind the bench. It was hilarious. It was awesome.
Well, I can't wait to see that photo.
Okay, Jeff.
See you, big guy. Safe travels
Thank
back.
you very much.
That's Sean Smith, a salesman here at Stingray. Yeah, whatever. If I had his money, I'd burn mine, Duke. I mean, let's be honest here. And there's 2 things about SKS. Yeah. So he goes on little trips like this. There isn't anyone that can knock back the bucket of bones faster, more efficiently. What do we see? 2-3 times at our watch parties out at the casino, Century
He
Casino.
just loves the bucket of bones.
and
I mean, hey, credit, it's really good.
Is it 2 pounds or is it what? What is it?
I don't know. You just get like
What's a whole
full order of wings, a full order of dry ribs, all just in this silver little tin bucket.
Yeah. Anyway. What do you think about Scherzer going tomorrow? Or sorry, tonight, I mean.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Sean there when saying, like, I don't expect Max Scherzer to have a ton of length on him like what we were hoping for Shane Bieber last night, right? I mean, the pen largely saved last night because of Bieber going 6 innings. So if Scherzer could get through 5, that would be unbelievable. But I think for him, the important thing would be getting out of the first inning or 2 without giving up a couple home runs, because we know that that's how the Mariners like to generate their scoring, is through the long ball. That's been a problem for Max Scherzer here in the back half of the season down the stretch. I almost wonder if it wouldn't have been like to play an opener and then bring Scherzer in like innings.
So start Louis Varland.
Yeah, start Varland.
Get Varland through the meat of the order.
Yeah, and then bring Scherzer in to try and wipe up, another 3 innings, 4 innings at best.
So do Varland like you were doing with Lauer the first time. The last time that Varland came in, it was it Fluharty that came in second, right? Because they saved Lauer for, what was it, around inning 5, somewhere in there in that Yankee series. And that was that was game number 4, which was, I mean, you couldn't have run the pen any better than that. So we'll discuss this as the morning progresses. Also coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, we will check in with a member of the Edmonton Oil Kings, defenseman Reese Peterson. Also, Laddie Schmid, who obviously has worked with Reese over the years here with his work with the Edmonton Oil Kings. I actually texted David Schlemko last night. Hey, give me the goods on Reese Peterson, because he played at NAX. And Schlemmer said, coached him 2 years ago. Outstanding young man, great student. I'll read to Reese what Schlemmer said exactly as well last night. Then in the 10 o'clock hour, we got Arthur Staple from Hockey Night in New York. Before all that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by First Round. And hey, you could win an NFL jersey tonight at both locations, and you get 50% off boneless wings. First Round, Edmonton's NFL headquarters. We're also going to be giving away a $50 gift certificate from First Round over the course of the morning as well. Here is Sam the Record Man.
The Sports 1440 update.
4 games across the NHL last night. Buffalo double up Ottawa 8-4. The Panthers fell to the Wings 4-1, and Connor Bedard and Lucas Reichel each had 3 points as the Hawks topped St. Louis 8-3. And in the nightcap game, Calgary dropped their 4th in a row, losing to Utah 3-1. Off the ice, the LA Kings have reacquired goaltender Phoenix Copley from Tampa Bay for future considerations. Tampa had claimed Copley off of waivers from LA earlier this month. The LA Kings rattled off their 3rd consecutive win, beating Portland 6-3 last night at Rogers Place. Lucas Sachin scoring twice for Edmonton in the win. The Toronto Blue Jays got themselves right back in the ALCS with a 13-4 win in Seattle. 5 different Jays homered, and Shane Bieber went 6 innings, striking out 8 and giving up just 2 earned runs. NBA preseason rolls on. Raptors fell to Boston 110-108. And off the court, 2022 4th overall pick Keegan Murray and the Sacramento Kings have agreed to a 5-year, $140 million rookie extension. Coming up in hour 3 of the Kevin Karius Show, we'll be joined by Oil Kings defenseman Reese Peterson. And this has been your Sports 1440 update with Sam Wilness.
This is Sports 1440, a Stingray radio station broadcasting on Treaty 6 territory.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen to CKJR wherever you go.
You'll see us digging holes. No, we're not looking for buried treasure. You'll see us digging trenches as well. And no, we're not building a fort. We're GS Construction, and you'll see us in neighborhoods throughout the Edmonton area. So what are we doing? GS Construction provides rehabilitation and upgrade services to Edmonton and surrounding communities. Some of our underground utilities have served us for years and are past their useful lives. We replace them, so they're around for years to come. Find out more at gsconstruction.ca.
Whether you're a craft beer connoisseur or more of a wine aficionado, there's always something new to discover at Sherbrooke Liquor, a unique, family-owned, independent liquor store. The selection? Incredible. The non-alcohol section is also very impressive. Sherbrooke Liquor, expert, knowledgeable staff with a passion for unique finds. More than just a liquor store, we're a community. Alberta's best, the one and only Sherbrooke Liquor. Wine, spirits, and oodles of beer. Visit SherbrookeLiquor.com.
Bring in the new year with a Canadian country legend. December 31st, in concert at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku. Brett Kissel. She drives me crazy. Multiple CCMA and Juno Award winner, platinum-selling recording artist, and top 10 hitmaker. Celebrate the new year in Alberta, country style. Bring your friends, your cowboy boots, and your party spirit for a night full of hits, celebration, and unforgettable memories. The countdown to 2026 starts with Brett Kissel live on stage. Get your tickets now at silenticecenter.com/events.
You wanted local sports on weekends. Saturday mornings at 9, check out the Saturday Sports Setup, where we'll tee up what's happening on the weekend sports scene. Tune in Saturday morning at 9 on Sports 1440.
Canada, Crave is now the exclusive streaming home of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Let me hear you if you want to win.
2 of the most iconic game shows in television history.
You never know what's going to happen around here.
Stream new seasons next day on Crave.
I'm excited already.
Plus, dive into a massive library of classic episodes, which include Canadian legend Alex Trebek.
Answer. Daily Double.
Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.ca.
At the Nissan All-In Clearout, there's nothing more chill than financing an award-winning Nissan for just 0%. Enjoy the soothing relaxation of zero stress, zero worries, zero indecision. During the Nissan All-In Clearout, get 0% financing plus up to $500 bonus on some of our best-selling models. You have zero reasons to wait. Conditions apply. See your local Nissan dealer today.
Visit your local Edmonton and area Nissan dealer for more information.
Just in time for the morning skate. This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 9:01 in Edmonton. Man, have we got a Thursday night in sports. You got the Blue Jays, game number 4. You got the Oilers in New York to play the Islanders. That's a 5:30 puck drop. Blue Jays is just after 6. Just after 6 as well, the NFL Thursday nighter. Cincinnati Bengals home to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can't get better than this. Last night at Rogers Place, the Edmonton Oil Kings defeated the Portland Winterhawks by a score of 6-3 to improve their record to 8-2. Fabulous start for the Oil Kings coming out of the gates. And we're lucky to have Reese Peterson join us now, Edmonton Oil Kings defenseman. Morning, Reese. You're with Kevin Karius. Thanks for jumping on Sports 1440 this morning. Really appreciate it after a big win last night.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate you guys having me on here, and looking forward to it. And like you said, big win and good start. So boys are feeling well here in Edmonton.
Yeah, good stuff. So maybe just touch on last night's victory over Portland. You guys get out to a 3-0 lead after the first period. Maybe just tell our listeners how you thought the game went last night at Rogers.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Portland's kind of an unusual matchup. Only play those guys once a year. So pre-scout's a little more important, and kind of unsure about the style of play and how it's going to be, but thought that they came out of the gates well, and we're a fast, skilled team, and we handled that well. And special teams helped us out as well, and obviously came out to that 3-0 lead early on, helped us out, and thought we had a good start and we're ready to go.
How is it, Reese, when you don't see a team like that? You mentioned the pre-scout. You're so much more familiar with teams like the Hat and Red Deer and Calgary and Lethbridge, but when you don't see a team that often, tell our listeners how you prepare for a team like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a little tough. I think our coaching staff does a great job, and we got our video coach, Adam Philman. He does a bit of a deeper dive, and kind of all aspects of the game we're ready for and kind of preparing for. So usually the day of the game, we'll kind of go through a 5-on-5 pre-scout, and then we'll also go through the special teams, the face-offs, penalty kill, kind of everything. And I'd say just kind of going through their roster and asking guys around the team, maybe this guy played with one of their guys when they were growing up together and he knows a bit about them. So kind of just getting some research that way, and going through their roster is important as well to kind of know what they bring and who their threats are.
What was the feeling like on the bench last night, Reese? As you said, a 3-0 lead after 20 and then a 4-0 lead after 40. But then, every team's going to have a pushback, and Portland had that. And especially when they make it 4-3 with about 4 minutes left in the third. How did you guys kind of regroup and get back to the way you were playing to start the game?
Yeah, you said the feeling on the bench, it definitely was a bit tense there and some nervous moments, and they were pushing and we were kind of sitting back on our heels. But we got a really mature and an older group now that's kind of been in a lot of these situations before and knows how to close out a game. So I think we were able to just kind of hold our composure and not get too high or too low. So I thought that we did a good job of just kind of keeping it even keel, and eventually we were able to pounce on them when they made a mistake. So I think just the composure and the sticking to the plan and the process, which kind of helped us lead to success.
Edmonton Oil Kings defenseman Reese Peterson, our guest on the Kevin Carey Show on Sports 1440. So 8-2 after the first 10 games here, Reese. Give us your assessment, how you have thought that this first little 10-game segment has gone.
Yeah, I think it's been great. Obviously, the best start I've ever been a part of so far here. I mean, we've been rebuilding, and this year we obviously had lots of expectation and brought in some guys in the summer that we knew were going to have an immediate impact. So I don't know. We had a lot of expectation, and I think we showed that we can play, and we're been a really good possession team. So I think that's really helped us kind of dominate games and put teams away. But obviously, still a lot of work to do, and got a tough road trip coming up with tough matchups. And I think just us being an older team now has kind of really helped us, and just having that experience and knowing that everyone can chip in, and we have a really deep team as well. So whether it's a back-to-back or a tough stretch of games, everyone's contributing. So that helps a lot with our team success as well.
What's it been like for you personally, Reese? I mean, junior hockey's cyclical. Teams have to build, and then you go for it, and then you pull back, and you have to try to rebuild again. But, you were here for some tougher times, some drier times, some dire times. What's it finally like here, Reese, to see, everything coming to fruition, I guess?
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, we've been building kind of the same group together for the last 3-4 years. So to finally kind of take that step and push through those dark times, it's honestly just been a lot of fun. And, coming to the rink, it's a lot more fun and a lot more light, I would say, versus kind of being in the depths and losing all the time. And I think it's just goes to show that all the work over the years has paid off, and sticking to it eventually has came back our way.
You're a big guy. You're 6'5" or whatever, and a couple hundred bills. As a core, is this the biggest defensive group? Like the defensemen that you're playing with on this team, is this the biggest group you've ever played with?
Yeah, for sure. Biggest group I played with. I think we're probably one of the biggest groups around the league as well. But I don't think that's a knock on our mobility. Like, I think a lot of our bigger guys skate really well and have really good gaps. So I think as a D-core, we're kind of suffocating to play against, and really hard to kind of create space because of that size and that mobility.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get into your past a little bit here, and where you grew up, where you're from, and how your minor hockey career went, and how things started all the way up till when you came to Northern Alberta Extreme. So give our listeners a little kind of rundown of how things went for you before you got here to Edmonton.
Yeah, no, my story is definitely a little different. Grew up in Stettler, Alberta, so about 5,000 people an hour east of Red Deer, and obviously growing up there, you don't have like the power skating and the skills and all that at an early age that you would have access to in the city. So it's mostly my dad helping me out, and going on the outdoor rinks with buddies, and that's kind of how I learned the game and how I grew up. And then I was always playing other sports, baseball, basketball, lacrosse for a bit, so trying different things and just kind of build my athleticism. And then eventually I was in Pee Wee, and then had to make the switch to Lacombe minor hockey and played Pee Wee AA there for a couple of years, which was tough, driving there for practice and games every day, and it was a lot of time in the car, but definitely helped me out in my development. And then after that came to Northern Alberta and was able to play at the highest level at that age. So obviously my development was something that was a little different and a lot more self-taught and self-led than most guys, but it was a lot of fun and definitely super grateful.
Reese Peterson with us, Edmonton Oil Kings defenseman. They beat Portland last night 6-3 to improve to 8-2. On Wednesdays, Reese, not sure if you're aware, but our co-host here is a guy that you're quite familiar with, and it's David Schlemko. And I texted Schlemmer last night and I said, Schlemmer, give me the rundown on Reese. And this was his response. He said, great kid. I coached him at U16. He was drafted that year due to COVID. Long, lanky, dependable defender. He was my shutdown guy. Awesome human being. Pretty sure he was a great student as well. So that comes from David Schlemko. What was it like playing for Schlemmer at NAX at the U16 team?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. He was a great guy, and obviously a great coach as well. But he was always kind of hopping in the drills and a big part of practice. So it was always fun kind of competing with him. And he was obviously a very, very helpful and kind guy, and treated us really well as younger kids. And I think it was one of his first coaching jobs after he finished playing. So you could tell that, he kind of was new to it, but I think he did really well, and definitely learned a lot from him that still used today.
You say he would jump into some drills. He's pretty good, isn't he?
Oh yeah, really good.
Yeah.
It was funny. First time seeing him on the ice, I was quite amazed at how well he moved and how well he moved the puck. And yeah, he was pretty fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and our co-host today, he comes in about 20 minutes or so, is Ladislav Schmid. So a couple guys that you've worked with. So what was it like you're working with Laddie?
Yeah, Laddie's awesome. He's a bit of a harder coach, like kind of tell you how it is. And I don't think some kids really like that and appreciate it, but he's awesome. He's always pushing you, and like I said, very honest. And the thing I appreciate about him is just his defensive details, and not a lot of coaches really know a lot about that or pay a lot of attention to it, but that's kind of how he made his money in the NHL. So he's always helping me out with that, and just kind of the defensive end. And same thing though, you can tell he misses it, and anytime he has a chance to hop in the drill, he will. And he still has a lot of game left in him too.
He still thinks he can play, doesn't he, Reese?
He does, yeah.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Reese Peterson with us, Edmonton Oil Kings defenseman. Oil Kings off to an 8-2 start. So now it's crazy. Now you got Jason Smith as your head coach, the guy they called Gator around here for so many years. Did you know much about Jason Smith before he came to be head coach here? Like, obviously, it's a little ahead of your time, or behind your time, if you want to call it that way. But when he was here, I mean, this guy was an absolute warrior with the Oilers. So did you know a lot about him before you came to the Oil Kings?
No, I wouldn't say a lot. Obviously, once the announcement came out and we knew who I was, did a bit of a research and kind of watched some clips and stuff of him playing back in the day, and then just kind of asking my dad and people around the organization what they heard about him. And I know everyone who does know him knows that he's a great guy and just an unbelievable human, and always treats people with respect. So obviously I knew that coming into the season, and he's definitely lived up to that expectation and been great for us so far, and kind of showing us the way.
Yeah. What's he like on the bench?
He's pretty quiet. Doesn't really say a whole lot, especially to the D-man. I'm not too sure how he is with the forwards, but I don't really hear much from him. But he's definitely quiet, kind of reserved, but holds his words to us once we're kind of in the room at intermission.
So you're a 19-year-old player, born in 2006, Reese. Have you thought lots about your future here? What are you thinking? And not just this year, I mean, what you want to accomplish with the Oil Kings, but down the road as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone's kind of thinking about it and trying to make that next step. And obviously we're all pushing to be drafted and kind of have that pro contract opportunity. But obviously with the rule change last year and the pathway opening up to the NCAA, I think that's a really good opportunity as well, and something that I've really considered and would probably consider in the future as well. I just think that it's a great league, and obviously an opportunity to get a scholarship and a degree is something that is really hard to pass up. And obviously seeing guys from our team last year and the year previous going down there and having a great experience, I think that's a really awesome opportunity that a lot of guys are going to take advantage of.
Yeah, no kidding. And Schlemmer was talking about being a pretty good student. Is that something too, like the scholastic angle as well for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm a competitive guy. So when I was in school, I was always just trying to do my best in everything. And Obviously, in Alberta, school is a little tougher than in other areas. So I think that helped my academics out a lot as well. And definitely something that I took pride in and was pushed by my parents to kind of take pride in that as well. And I think it set me up well to be able to do well in my high school.
Reese Peterson with us, Edmonton Oil Kings defenseman. Every time, for me personally, when we go down to cover the Oilers, you guys are working out, in the little hallway there, and you've got your strength and conditioning coach and doing all the stuff just outside the weight room. Maybe just touch on the facility that you guys are so lucky to have here in Edmonton, Reese, because it sure helps you guys off the ice as well.
Yeah, for sure. I know we're super, super lucky, and definitely something we don't take for granted. I obviously don't know anything different. Played here my whole junior career, but just hearing things from other guys coming from other teams, and just kind of how amazed and wowed they are when they do come here and see our facility, and compared to their old junior facility, it's a lot more. It helps us a lot more, and it's just a great spot to play. And obviously we got everything we need. We got the recovery, we got the gym, lots of space in the locker room, nice kitchen area to hang out, and it's been awesome to kind of just help build team chemistry as well, and being able to use those facilities helps us stay ready, and obviously stay fresh in a long season.
Yeah, you mentioned your dad, Reese. Who else has helped you along the way get to where you are right now, as far as support? Because kids can't get to where they are at major, junior, or wherever without that support group.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, my mom as well, both my parents and my sister as well, driving me to practices or workouts or training or whatever it is, has helped me out a lot, and them being there for me is something that I really will appreciate forever, and something that has helped me. And then just some other closer family, grandparents, they've always been with me and supporting me, and they still come to games to this day, even when they are a little bit older. And then just got a couple of cousins that I'm really close with as well. And anytime we have family gatherings and get-togethers in the holidays, it's something that I really enjoy and appreciate as well. And still text my cousin every day, and he's kind of my best friend and someone that has been there since we were both really young, and he helps me out a lot, and we have a really good connection as well.
Yeah. So two tough ones this weekend for you guys, Reese, on the road in Prince Albert, then Saskatoon. I don't think the Raiders have lost in regulation yet, but all three of you guys, along with the Hat, battling it out for top spot here so far in the Eastern Conference. So maybe just touch on this road trip.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a really good test, and something that I know we're looking forward to. Obviously, PA ended our season last year, so we're kind of out for revenge, and looking forward to that game as well, because I know it's going to be a fight, and they're going to be ready for us, and we'll be ready for them. And like you said, haven't lost in regulation, so of course we want to be the team that gives them that first loss. And Saskatoon as well, a team that's a bit younger but real fast and skilled, and it'll be a tough back-to-back, but I think we're ready for it. And we've been on the road already this year, so guys kind of know what to expect, and I think we'll be ready to go.
And this is from our text line, Reese. Harry texts in and says, this is a must-ask question. Does he like Reese's Pieces?
Yeah, I do. I'd be pretty hard not to, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite chocolate. But back in the day, going trick-or-treating on Halloween or this time of year, it's definitely a candy bar that I enjoy.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for doing this, Reese. Really appreciate it. I'm sure you got a little workout and practice this morning. You guys head out? Do you head out tomorrow?
Yeah. We practice in the morning tomorrow, head out, and then play Saturday in Prince Albert, and really looking forward to it. And I think it'll be a fun game. Yeah,
it's an intimate barn there in Prince Albert, the old Art Hauser Arena, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's definitely unique, and some guys hate it, some guys love it. And last year was a really cool opportunity to play them in the playoffs. And as you could look around and there's absolutely no room. Even the standing room, it was packed and real loud, but really fun atmosphere and kind of place to play in. And it's a fun team to play as well. Super physical, and I think we match up well against them.
They can fill it up for sure. Hey, Reese, thanks for doing this. Good luck on the weekend, and good luck the rest of the year, and continued success. Thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much, and take care.
Yeah, that's Reese Peterson, Edmonton Oil Kings defenseman. They beat Portland last night 6-3. We're up 3-0 after 20, 4-0 after 40. Portland came back to make it 4-3, but then 2 late goals give the Oil Kings a 6-3 win. They improved to 8-2 on the season. That leads the Eastern Conference standings. They played more games than Saskatoon and the Hat and Prince Albert, but hey, they're leading the standings. Raiders are 6-0-1. Just played 7 games, so should be a good weekend. When we come back, Ladislav Schmid will be coming into the building soon. We'll yak at the Duke of Delburne for a bit as well. It's a Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Experience more at the Edmonton Expo Center. Come for Canada's largest trade show, the biggest names in entertainment, exhilarating sporting events, and more. Stay for the experience, but it doesn't end there. Maximize your brand exposure with Edmonton Expo Center's new cutting-edge feature screens, spanning Western Canada's largest venue space. Captivate an annual audience of over 1 million visitors during iconic events like Pro Rodeo, Disney on Ice, Glow, K-Days, and so much more. To learn more, call 780-471-7380 or visit EdmontonExpoCenter.com today.
Looking for an all-season vehicle with room for the hockey gear, comfort for the daily commute, and rugged capability for your weekend adventures? That's the all-new 2025 Jeep Compass, and you'll find it during the biggest sale of the year this month at St. Albert Dodge. Now, what can I say? It's a Jeep, it's a 4x4, and it's loaded with standard features like an 8.4-inch touchscreen, keyless entry, and heated front seats, all starting from just $34,900. Head up the trail and see how easy it is to do business at St. Albert Dodge.
Mr. Rooter meets a ghost. 1 plunge, 2, and 3. A toilet clogged with a ghost? Man, I love plumbing. You're free now.
I will never find peace. The clog is fixed, yes, but I have never trusted the sump pump.
No problemo. I can fix that. Now go to the light, you little scamp.
Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
To resolve your unfinished plumbing business, trust one plumber, Mr. Rooter.
Edmonton's home for sports is Sports 1440. After every game this season, tune in to Andrew Walker for the post-game show. Let's talk some hockey. Let's talk about the game on Sports 1440.
Whoa, who turned off all the lights?
Experience the new charcoal menu at Booster Juice.
Charcoal menu?
Introducing the Eclipse Smoothie, Blackout Booster Mixer, and Midnight Booster Ball.
Where's that voice coming from?
Dark and delicious, made with activated charcoal.
Can we please turn the lights back on?
Sorry, I'm just excited about the new charcoal menu.
Wow, that is good.
Right? Available now, only at Booster Juice.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 25% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until October 18th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
For all things golf carts, it's the Golf Cart people. Their certified techs provide expert service from maintenance to custom upgrades. Customers can explore the sales floor for new and used Club Car, Yamaha, and E-Z-Go models. The Golf Cart people stock a wide variety of parts and accessories to keep every ride in top shape and offer convenient rentals for tournaments, weddings, and festivals. Trusted for sales, service, parts, accessories, and rentals since 1997. Visit the Golf Cart people at golfcartpeople.com. Your complete golf cart solution.
Farm, ranch, acreage, or lake lot. They're here to help at Bashaw Concrete Products. Family owned and operated for 60 years. They continue to provide the best products and service, period. Call now for your free quote on the highest quality ready mix and gravel, a new septic tank, or an outhouse pad and tank, plus precast cattle water pads, garage sumps, and more. Call 780-372-3854 for prompt delivery. Bashaw Concrete Products, 780-372-3854. BashawConcrete.com.
Portions of this hour brought to you by Sports Select. Playing Sports Select is easy. Visit sportselect.com and generate a QR code or check their how to play videos for step-by-step guidance. Sportselect.com, 100% legal, must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 9:25 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440. We got Josh Fenwick and Sam the Record Man running the boards over on the other side here. The other side. Our Stingray studios here. You okay there, Joshy boy, or what?
Yeah, I'm great.
Yeah.
Living the dream over here,
Are you
Kev.
really, eh?
Yeah.
It sounds surprising to me.
What, a man can't love his work?
Living the dream.
That's me.
Like this is it for you right here.
Working in radio. Yeah, that was the dream. Shockingly.
Wow. You know, you're a good-looking guy. You ever think about getting into TV?
No.
Really?
And in fact, I know you don't think I'm a good-looking guy because
What are you
way back when
What?
I was just a wee intern,
What did I
you're
say?
like,
Way back
I
when?
was seeing a girl with glasses. And you said, well, she better go to the, I got a great eye doctor.
Yeah.
She better go get her eyes checked
Scott
again.
Lopatinsky, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you still seeing her?
No.
Oh.
So
she got her eyes checked.
No. Oh, God. Let's not get into this right now, Kev. Not
Did
when
you
Laddie's
ever-
about to come in.
Well, okay. Did you do TV at Nate?
No, I did radio.
But you could, what about TV? Like,
I had no interest in doing TV.
Really? Duke, you never ever did TV either?
Your first semester, you technically do both. You're not split into your individual streams yet, so you get a little TV flavor as well. You do some camera work, more so filming than being on film. And yeah, much because some people flip after that first semester. If they originally applied for radio or TV, some will swap it heading into second semester where it's more focused. There was a couple in my age group that did that, but not me. I was born for the radio, Kev.
Someone in this room
this mug
flipped from TV to radio.
What?
Sam, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Unless it was you, Kevin.
Because I went in for TV, and then I realized, man, I really don't like working with cameras, and I don't really like doing a whole lot of writing.
Well, it's the old saying too about, the camera puts 10 pounds on you, right?
How many cameras did you eat?
No, how many cameras are on you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I say when the thing I've heard is the camera adds 10 pounds. How many cameras did you eat?
Okay. It's funny because I never did TV when I went to Mount Royal College, and this is a long time ago. But I went home do you know the story, Josh?
No, I don't think
I
so.
went home for Christmas, and I went to the TV station back in Yorkton, and I said, do you need a guy in like 6 months? And they said, we need a guy right now.
Nice.
And I said, well, I've never done TV. And they said, well, do you want to try an air check? I said, well, okay. So I went and I actually drove back, borrowed my brother's suit, went back, did an air check, and got hired 2 days later.
Look at you go.
No, that's how weak the competition was.
No, hey,
there was nothing there.
I emailed Connor 2 days before my interview, and he was like, oh yeah, come on up on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I came in on Thursday, and they said, congrats, you're hired. And I was like, oh, all right, that was easy.
Well, and I think we can all say, especially you guys, it is hard to get a job in this business now. Especially if you want to be directly into sports, it is almost impossible. Because there are no starter stations. And we're talking TV here too.
Yeah.
There are no starter stations where you go and make your mistakes. And to be honest, like think of guys that started in Lloydminster and then have made their way here, or like even Jamie Nye, who's in Regina right now.
Yeah.
He started like as an intern at Ched. Decided to go, well, I'm going to give it a whirl. So,
Yeah, I think it's the GOAT in Lloyd is run almost exclusively by grads of the RATV program at Nate. So they still always only accept people from Nate. And then they're like, well, we're going to get you to do this, that, the other thing. So I know quite a few people who went to the Goat and Lloyd and now are doing other things.
I think Duke eventually will be an instructor at Nate down the road. I think he'll take over for like a guy like Pat Galenza.
So taking in for David Sawchuk. Because
what's the matter, Duke? No comment.
I don't think I have the patience.
Well, I'm just okay because you've had to work with Donnie here already.
Yep.
Liam, Kate was before Liam, right?
Right.
So Donnie, Kate, Liam, Josh, and now Sam. That's 5 we've had. Am I missing anyone?
Last summer we technically had one, but he was out of McEwen, not Nate.
Who's that?
Ryan. He's Paul's producer on the basketball show.
Oh yeah, I know Ryan. Yeah.
And he does stuff with the Oilers
Yeah, I
and
know
whatnot
Ryan.
too.
Yeah.
So it was a different type of internship than these guys all do. But
DV Joe just texts in and says, does old Joshy boy love his work as much as hot dogs and tomato soup? Well, you're getting a little confused there, DV Joe.
you're
because-
crossing your sauces.
Yes. Well, and interns technically, right? Because it's Sam that loves the hot dogs in tomato soup. And I thought about this yesterday. I actually did, Sam. And when you have a hot dog, some people put ketchup on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Me neither.
It's mustard, right?
Mustard, the universal condiment.
Yes. But so if you do put ketchup on it, you do have that little ketchup tomatoey flavor on the dog when it goes into the bun.
They don't put milk in ketchup, Kevin. You put milk in tomato soup to make it like creamy. It's a different tomato flavor entirely. There's a lot of sugar
There was
in
a
ketchup.
few people that agreed with Sam yesterday.
Yeah, well, those people are insane.
Yeah, Brewster just says that's what I do.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Have you ever tried anything like that, Duke?
No.
What it does remind me of the story, though, like in this thermos, and this is that long, kind of skinny thermos, Sam, I assume.
Yeah,
You know.
something like that.
It's a story that Dave Jameson told me about Dexter Manley. Did I tell you this story too,
No.
Josh? Okay. Dexter Manley played in the NFL. You know who he is?
Yes.
Came to the Ottawa, I think it was the Renegades. Could have been the Rough Riders.
Rough
I'm not
Riders?
sure. I'm not sure. Anyway, one of the offensive linemen from Canada they're having a lunch, and Dexter says, "What is that?" And he said, "Well, hey, we're live." Well, the mics pick up everything, laddie.
Well, my mic is not usually on when I.
What? So
It's never on.
well, why are you so upset? We're just trying to tell a story here.
Not in my seat.
Holy
Seat are
cow!
assigned.
Well, now that Laddie's come in and announced his presence, I guess we better go to commercial break. I'll tell that
Seats are
story.
assigned here.
Oh, holy cow! He means business, Duke.
You want me to show up at your dinner, then
If I were you, Sam, I would turn his mic off immediately. Immediately. Laddie doesn't seem to be in a good mood. We'll try to get him in a better mood when we come back. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne, and an irritated Ladislav Schmid when we come back. When we come back. Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube and X.
Whoa, who turned off all the lights? Experience the new charcoal menu at Booster Juice.
Charcoal menu?
Introducing the Eclipse Smoothie, Blackout Booster Mixer, and Midnight Booster Ball.
Where's that voice coming from?
Dark and delicious, made with activated charcoal.
Can we please turn the lights back on?
Sorry, I'm just excited about the new charcoal menu.
Wow, that is good.
Right?
Available now, only at Booster Juice.
At Leading Edge Physiotherapy, we believe that life shouldn't hurt. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't know that sometimes it really hurts. I mean, we've seen people at their worst moments in life, when they feel they have nowhere to turn, or at a time when they felt like their problem just wouldn't ever go away. We've also seen people who thought to themselves, it'll just go away on its own, or this is no big deal. I don't want to bother anyone about this. Don't know where to turn to, or think it's no big deal. Either way, we have the technology, techniques, and skills to help you get back to it, whatever your it may be. Life shouldn't hurt. LeadingEdgePhysio.com.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 25% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until October 18th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. I'm super excited to tell you today that we have fed over 250 families so far with our Feed 500 Families event. With that said, we are still short of our goal. We have decided to continue this on through to the end of October. With your help and your support, we can get this done. Please stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
Edmonton's only 24-hour-a-day sports radio station can be heard anytime, anywhere. Sports 1440 is streaming on your phone, your tablet, your computer. Download an app today and listen to Sports 1440.
Michelle and Colette are sisters. Sisters who don't agree on much, especially when it comes to which hockey team is the best.
Edmonton is the best, baby. Vancouver's number one.
Even when it comes to meat snacks from Wilhawks.
I love the Harris-Schweiner. The ham sausage rules.
But they will agree
Wilhawk beef jerky is the best.
it might just be the only thing Alberta hockey fans can agree on.
Others can try to imitate, but no one can duplicate Wilhawk beef jerky. Only available in the Duke. Get yours today, because you don't win friends with salad.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Monopoly Double Play is back at McDonald's. So let's practice winning. You just won 25 grand. And go.
Yes!
I said 25 grand.
That's what I'm talking about! Yeah!
Much better. Okay, now you just won a brand new Chevrolet Corvette. I think she just fainted. Impressive. Feel like a winner on pack and in app. Monopoly Double Play is back. While supplies last, 1 in 5 chances to win game piece prizes at outset. Chances to win draw prizes depend on number of entries in each draw. Cash prizes payable by e-transfer. See rules in app.
At Fountain Tire, we're fluent in saving you money.
Fluent?
Yes, we've mastered the language of deals. Like right now, you can save up to 25% off select tires and up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires. Plus, $50 off $150 service when you buy those tires. All until October 18th.
I'm sorry, I don't speak deals.
Spend less, save more when you buy round black things from us.
Oh, got it.
Restrictions apply. Book your appointment online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Hey there, this is your wake-up call. It's time to change to your winter tires. Unless you want to be sliding and swerving around icy roads like you're some kind of dummy. Head to Big Toy Shop and get it done right for a great price. We won't lie to you, inflate your bill, or waste your time. Time to change your tires. Big Toy Shop, 8315 Argyle Road. 780-298-2797.
Gente sauce.
Buddy, quit rolling up to the bar looking like it's grade 9 grad and you're wearing your dad's old work suit. Do yourself a favor and call Game Day Suits.
Game Day Suits is Alberta-based and makes fully customizable, made-to-order suits. Perfect for hockey teams, wedding parties, or even the office crew. Book your free consultation at GameDaySuits.ca.
I'm rocking one right now. I look deadly.
You know they can't see you, right?
Okay, Mr. Nazi, you want to go, tough guy?
Game Day Suits.
A veteran of the Edmonton sports scene for over 3 decades, the Kevin Karius Show, powered by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back to the big program. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne, Ladislav Schmeeds in the building. Before we get to Laddie, Kevin Karius Show is brought to you by our title sponsor, Sports Select. We talked about that QR code if you want to generate that. Well, you can also use the paper selection slips till as well. You just make the picks on the slip. They go in the computer. They spit them out. It's available at every local lotto spot retailer. 100% legal. You got to be 18 years plus. Please play responsibly as we welcome in Ladislav Schmid. He's settled down, folks. Even Jordy goes, oh boy, this is going to be a good one. And so he goes, Laddie's on it. Nail says you should get Laddie some back bacon. He seems hungry. It's like that Snickers commercial. You're not the same when you're hungry, Laddie.
I am. Good morning, first of all. It's like hosting the show with somebody else. Is this your new voice?
Yeah.
Is this a Kevin 2.0?
You told me you wanted to be that seductive for Laura.
And how
role playing, you said.
And
wow,
did it work?
Do you know what today is, Laddie?
Your anniversary or what?
Yeah, 15-year anniversary.
Oh my God, Laura's gonna love it. Are you meeting somewhere in like a restaurant? Like you're gonna pick her up at the bar with this is like a sexy new voice or what? I love it. Well, first of all, before I forget, there have been something promised to me last week from Duke.
Oh, that's right. And he forgot it.
And
absolutely, I did not.
You got it?
Yes, baby.
I'm thinking when we get you guys going with Mr. Staple, I'm gonna take a little dip out, maybe go get some ice cream.
Oh, he's gonna get ice cream.
I'm gonna go get some ice cream to pair with it as well, and then we'll nuke it in the air fryer out there, get it nice and crisped up. Some ice cream.
It is.
I look after.
Well, we have to eat
my
it
buddy.
while on the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it ready for the last segment.
Exactly. So like we can.
Yeah.
Rate.
Well, we have to rate it.
We have to.
You better be nice, as my mom made it. Remember, not me.
I was so mad. I usually bring banana after my workout. I forgot it today, and then I'm sitting in the steamer, and I'm like, "Oh, Duke promised me the apple crumble." So, it was all meant to be.
I got to tell you a story from yesterday, Laddie, because Duke went to Thanksgiving dinner in Delburne with his family on Tuesday. But they also took a whole bunch of family pictures. You know, the fall setting, you know, the hay bales. Professionally done.
Oh.
Right? And
I want to see something.
Yeah, I assume she's a professional. Like she was paid. She's a friend of my sister's, so I don't know.
So here's remember. So we talked about Duke's sisters and how scared the brothers-in-law are them. So Duke brought a little cooler of beer for the brothers-in-law, I guess it is. And to the pictures, okay, you know, we could have a little here and there and everything, right? You know, and they never touched any of them. I said because they were scared of the sisters.
Were they?
No, Kevin fabricated that part of the story. I just said I brought it, thinking we maybe would want one if different. You know, it's not all bang bang bang. There's some downtime in between pictures. So I said, you know what, the boys will really like that. But I'd forgot the cooler in the backseat of the car, which was parked, you know, a little bit away from where we were doing the pictures. So Kevin immediately took that to mean, oh, I bet they didn't have any because they were scared of getting
back here right now.
Getting the finger waggle from my sisters.
I don't think it was the boys who were scared. I think Duke was scared of his sisters.
Oh,
that's the
why
thing.
would
That's
why would I even bring it then?
Purposely because something was probably set on the way there. You better not bring that cooler. And get drunk. So he purposely left it in the car.
I brought the cooler in, and they were glad to have it because it was Pilsner, which is my one brother-in-law specifically's favorite beer, and there was no Pilsner in
the beer
house.
called Pilsner. That one,
old style Pilsner.
It's from Saskatchewan.
It's not. It's from Lethbridge.
It's
associated with Saskatchewan,
but it's awful.
It's not
so awful.
It's terrible.
The beer is so awful. I remember it. I'm shocked I didn't quit drinking when I first tasted that beer. I should have. Yeah, I should have. But yeah, that's not my favorite beer. Sorry to trash beer on the air,
okay.
But it's not good.
But you're excited about this apple crisp beer.
I'm very excited.
Really?
I've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
I mentioned it to my wife thinking that she's gonna make apple crumble, but no.
Is it crumble or crisp, Duke?
Crisp.
I think they're synonymous, are they not? Is there an act? I'm sure a baker will text in and say there is a difference, but you know, it's the oatmeal crust on top, the apple and cinnamon mixture underneath and stuff. I don't know. To me, it's all the same.
Who made it, by the way?
My mom.
Your mother.
Yeah.
Oh. Can I see some family pictures?
No, these ones aren't ready yet. They just got taken.
Okay. Well,
I mean, hell, I'll see what I can do.
Just bring them in. I would like to. I would like to have the full picture of your family.
I can show you from like we did family pictures like 2 years ago. I can show you those.
Yeah.
There's one new addition. My other sister had another baby since then, but otherwise it's pretty much the same.
Why? Okay, like, are you taking jabs at your sisters?
So what? She had a baby?
Appearance? Yeah. Oh. Her body changed or
that's a
something?
matter of
Like
fact.
that's what that's what you're trying to say?
No, I said we all look the same. There's just one more person in the pictures because there's another baby.
Person. Oh, okay.
And the other kids are just 2 years older.
He's portraying these sisters like they're evil. Hey, they're gonna be like these innocent petite girls.
That's what they always tell me too when I go home, and they're like, "Whenever you talk about us on the radio, you always make us seem so bad."
No,
that's a spot on impression of them too.
Oh, we need to get them here, man. Like Kevin, like we need to get numbers and just like invite them behind his back. Yeah, just all of a sudden
they got to come into town for something.
For sure.
You know,
I just want to be part of it. Maybe I have to switch days. I want to be here for it. Like whatever works. Because I don't believe they're so evil.
Well, yeah. Hey, we had Reese Peterson in.
Yeah.
Just before.
Petey is a great kid.
Petey, so you worked with him a couple of years?
Yeah. Been around. He's very mature.
Yeah.
He was like I told you when he first showed up, like way more mature than
like
I was.
A 16-year-old.
Yeah, like you don't expect that, and like smart kids, very professional, hardworking kid. So yeah, he's a good one to have.
I asked him about the size of the defense this year. He goes, "Oh, big, yeah."
Except for Leeser.
Yeah.
Little Lee, but he is a very smooth skater, very smart, puck movement defenseman. But the rest of the boys are big. That's what you want.
Well, yeah,
in my opinion.
So they're 8-2 to start the year. Beat Portland last night 6-3.
Not bad, eh?
Good start.
And Portland is a good team.
Yeah,
Portland is playing way better now. But looking at the team like at the camp, that was the best. I might have mentioned it here. That was the best camp I've seen since I've been with the Oil Kings. So I had pretty high expectations, but you obviously cannot jump all the way right away to the playoffs. You have to go step by step. But they're proving that they're one of the top teams in the WHL, and hopefully they can keep it going.
Big test this weekend because they go to Prince Albert and they go to Saskatoon. Those are two
top teams.
Very good teams.
Yeah, very good teams. Guess that's gonna be the measuring stick now, right? And it's on the road, so it's a little bit more difficult. But I think they get a well experienced team. Some of the boys have been there from the start, went through the rebuild, and now they're getting rewarded. So I feel like that helps you as well.
Tonight, Oilers in New York to play the Islanders. Matthew Schaefer.
I was just gonna say I'm excited to watch because I never get to watch Islanders.
Okay.
I would never put them on.
That's the whole thing. Like, okay, he's played 3 games in the NHL. Was hurt a lot last year. World Junior hurt.
I couldn't believe it when we watched it live.
Yeah.
It's like, did they put the net in a different spot?
Yeah.
He hit it hard. But man, when I watched him last year, the World Juniors prior to, and it was just a small sample. I watched him at the Hlinka Cup too, in the summer, and I was like, okay, he's really good. He's really good, but he didn't stood out as much.
Yeah.
Then he shows up at the World Juniors, and man, like he was the best defenseman on that squad, and he was younger, like carrying the puck. I think he was one of the few bright spots on the lineup, and then he gets hurt. It helped us in the quarterfinals. We didn't have to face him because he was up and down the ice, like very gifted offensively, but he wasn't cheating the game defensively. You know, he can touch all different areas of the game, and now he's skip forward.
Yeah,
like he didn't play for the rest of the year basically. Now I'm assuming he had a good summer. He got drafted, comes to the camp, and like I'm hearing all the positive things, hearing his coach speaking very highly of him, hearing in the media that his teammates can't believe how mature he is, and everybody knows what he went through, right? Like
mom passing,
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And just seeing kid like that being so humble and succeeding in the NHL, I'm gonna knock on something. Like I wish him nothing but the best. Like that's just a great story.
When you see him skate, Does he remind you of any, like even earlier, like Frank Cervalli was saying, he talked about Cale Makar and guys like that. This is 3 games in here too.
He's just smooth, man.
Yeah.
Like he's just smooth. Like I'm jealous of these guys because you just some guys playing 25, 26 minutes skating around is tough on your body. These smooth skating defensemen, it's like they don't break sweat. I feel like I'm sure they do, but it's just so effortless. They conserve so much energy because their stride and their edge work is just next level. All these top defensemen are next level skaters. Except, I'd say Adam Fox is not as smooth, but he is very, very smart.
He gets from point A to B.
But like he is not at the same level of Quinn Hughes or Cale Makar skating wise. But he makes up for it with his smarts, and puck movement ability and stuff like that. I consider him as one of the top defensemen, obviously. But the rest is like usually like Hudson with Montreal, smooth skating. Like Dahlin and Buffalo, smooth skating. These guys are, and like I know Dahlin's not defensively wise, could be a little bit better, but he's not on the best team either.
Yeah.
But that being said, like I said, all these guys are like so effortless, and I think he's just one of those guys. Plus he's got the hockey sense, Yeah, they got a good one.
Yeah, I mean, and Schaefer's like he's 6'1", 6'2". He's not like a Hudson or Quinn Hughes.
No.
So
he's more like Cale
Makar's 5'10",
5'10", yeah. But he's solid.
Yeah.
Like you can tell he's very solid. Quinn Hughes like what? Yeah, he's smaller. Like I like watching him. He's really good, but like in the playoffs, you could see that teams just target him because he's not very big, and
that's going to happen to Schaefer here too.
It's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. They see smaller guys, and they target you. Like they know that's a head of a snake, right? Like so, you have to go after them, and Quinn Hughes have been injured quite a bit as well. So yeah, it is tough.
What have you made of the Oilers' defense? And again, so Regula did not play the last game. Got rocked, man. He got rocked.
Oh man, twice, that was one of the hardest hits I've seen.
Yeah,
and like I don't want to criticize him, but
you got to keep your head.
You got to keep, and it's tough because you're wheeling the net, and I tell my defensemen, like the young kids, even when you're wheeling the net, like you should use the net, to protect yourself. But at the same time, you have to kind of look through the net who is coming from the other side, and like he didn't look one bit. And I don't even think Evander Kane wanted to initially hit him. It didn't look like that, but then he's like, okay, he's just like coming around the net, head down, and then he readjusts his angle and just.
It's funny you say that, laddie, because we talked about that the day after it happened. Because Kane made the big swoop. If he wanted to really nail him, he would have made that direct line more.
I think Kane thought there might be a rim, so he was taking a wider route. So maybe take the wall away, and then he's like, well, he keeps going with the kind of puck.
Yeah.
Puck like not really close to his body, head down. So he just readjusted, and man, that was a hard hit. Like, like very hard hit, and then didn't play last game. Stetcher was in.
Yeah.
I think defense was good, man.
Stetcher had the turnover early.
Yeah.
But again,
it's going to happen. He's like, let's be honest, like, he hasn't played.
That's right.
He hasn't played, so we have to cut him some slack. Skinner was great.
Really good, wasn't he?
Yeah, great.
Well,
but
if you take away...
We need to get Stu on, like, consistent level.
Take away the third goal against Calgary.
Yeah.
And in 50, what are we looking at? So 58 minutes against Calgary and the shootout.
It was pretty good.
Very good.
It was very good.
And he was excellent the other night.
He was excellent, yeah. But like we talked about before, short leash. He's got short leash, and a lot of people are going to be on him. So like he needs to be just consistent. Nothing like extraordinary, but just consistent. Make the saves you have to make.
Look at this special guest appearance to my personal text line from Dinger. Chris Dingman says, ask Laddie when he was wheeling it during the Alzheimer's, and I had to give him the heads up. What happened? Some guy had you in the train tracks?
Yeah. That's another thing.
What?
That's communication from your teammates.
Oh.
So sometimes
You and Digger were on the same team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. I
don't know, because normally you only have one guy.
Yeah. No, but this is more to Regula thing. Too, sometimes your teammates should give you like, hey, heads up,
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen either. So yeah, you're responsible for your own well-being on the ice, but sometimes it's not bad when your teammate gives you the heads up call and kind of forces you to pick your head up and see what who's coming the other way. Thanks, Dinger.
Dinger just sent another one. Oh no, that's the same story. I thought maybe he responded again, unless he sent.
You have the phones for old people, so it like gives you two notifications.
No. Yeah, well, it just. As soon as Dinger sends me something, the phone explodes. It's got the balloons and everything, When we come back, we'll get to some texts. Oh boy, how about this one from Spicy Scott? He says, "Get all the Duke sisters on the air. Laddie can be on at the same time, and tell the sisters all the things he has said about them. Listen to the sisters rip him live on the radio. It'll make radio gold."
Wow, Duke.
Ooh.
I replied to him and said, like, my sisters listen. Like, they know everything I've said.
They listen.
Oh, they're avid listeners.
And they listen to Laddie, for sure.
They love Laddie.
Who wouldn't?
I love them back already.
Oh boy.
You love them back?
I love them back. Yeah, if they love me, like, it's a two-way street, man.
Oh man.
Love and be loved.
Sue B says, preach, Laddie. Pilsner's awful. Pillman says, when your taste buds mature, boys, you will like Pilsner. Well, that's, of course, the Pillman. I just can't have a pill. It's the worst beer for me.
It's bad. It's bad.
That's my go-to.
After Pilsner Urquell. Keg beer.
Yeah, I've had that. I do like it. But it's like the Pilsner, and this is a good text from the Rigs. Like, if it's cold, it's at its best. Like a warm
Calgary and
there is nothing worse that I think than a warm Pilsner. But the old style, it's my go-to beer after Tropics games.
It's just like any beer is bad when it's warm.
That's probably true.
I'm from the beer country. Like, tell these guys to leave Alberta for once and try different beers. Not these microbrewery or like these fake brewery beers. Just go to Europe, experience the good beer. Germany, Czech. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong, man. You're never gonna go back to Pilsner.
Duke, do we want to do the trivia for this $50 GC? How about this? The highest scoring fantasy player right now on the Pittsburgh Steelers, minus Aaron Rodgers.
So non-QB.
Non-quarterback. Who is the highest scoring fantasy player right now?
Through 6 weeks.
Through 6 weeks. Going into tonight's Thursday night game.
Who's playing today?
Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. The highest scoring Pittsburgh Steeler. Quarterback exempt. So no Aaron Rodgers. Who is it?
Don't look at me. I have no idea. But what is the score between you two guys?
Duke's up. But
how was this past weekend, though? Like, how did it play out?
Yeah.
Duke wasn't happy.
We both went wrong. We both were wrong on Sunday, and then I was right and Kevin was wrong on Monday, so I took 2 more off him.
What was Thursday? When you texted?
Yeah. The
It's
Giants.
Like, what did you text me?
I just texted him and said, "I guess I don't know ball."
Yeah,
either.
I don't know ball. That was crazy, no? Nobody expect that.
Well, no. Nobody expected, except for Struddy.
Oh my! Yes, sure. Struddy knows the best. Struddy maybe knows something about CFL, nothing about NFL.
Right on.
Yeah.
When we come back, we got to go in or out with Ladislav Schmid because we got Arthur Staple at 10:20. Can't go over, laddie. Can't go over. Guest on at 10:20, Arthur Staple.
Yeah, just like last week when we had the guest at 10:20 and it was 10:23 when he finally picked up the phone. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Before that time now for a Sports 1440 update, brought to you by AWS Welding Supplies in Nisku. They got product sales, servicing, calibrating, free same-day delivery of in-stock items to Leduc, Nisku, South Edmonton, your one-stop shop for all things welding. AWSwelding.ca. Here is the Duke.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Game day of the Edmonton Oilers. They continue their Eastern Conference road trip on Long Island against the 0-3 New York Islanders. Puck drop coming just after 5:30. 10 of the games around the NHL, including the Maple Leafs hosting the Rangers. Predators are in Nashville. Sens going up against the Kraken. Jets in Philly against the Flyers. Canucks take on the Stars from Texas. And in the nightcap, Anaheim Ducks hosting the Carolina Hurricanes. Postseason baseball continuing. Blue Jays look to draw even with the Mariners. Game number 4 from Seattle. Max Scherzer on the bump for Toronto. Louis Castillo going for Seattle. First pitch there coming just after 6:30. And the NLCS shifting to SoCal. The Dodgers host the Brewers. They lead that series 2-0. Week 7 in the NFL kicking off from Cincinnati. The Bengals host the Steelers Thursday night. Football, Steelers coming in surprisingly, leading the AFC North with a 4-1 record. Coming up in hour 4, the Kevin Karius Show will check in with a new edition of In or Out and be joined by New York Islanders beat reporter Arthur Staple. I'm Brandon Douglas at your Sports 1440 update.
Sports 1440, a Stingray radio station. CKJR broadcasts from West Edmonton Mall and Wetaskiwin.
Download the free Stingray music app and listen wherever you go.
Want some good news? St. Albert Dodge is holding the biggest sale of the year on their in-stock Ram 1500 Sports. Every single one on the lot is discounted by a whopping $14,000. Yeah, 14 grand. And St. Albert Dodge has the best selection in Alberta. Over 90 Ram 1500 Sports to choose from with great packages, including the Night Edition and GT models, all $14,000 off the ticket price. Get down there and see how easy it is to do business at St. Albert Dodge.
You wanted local sports on weekends. Saturday mornings at 9, check out the Saturday Sports Setup, where we'll tee up what's happening on the weekend sports scene. Tune in Saturday morning at 9 on Sports 1440.
Listen up, because you're not going to want to miss this. Right now is your chance to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Strudley. How would you like to join me and the superstars of hockey on an exotic holiday? Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters, you can attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Fernando Pisani, Kelly Buckberger, Ron Lowe, Gene Principe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. There's still time to get in on every hockey fan's dream cruise. Book now and save $500 per couple. The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
Visit cast.tours/Edmonton. Call 1-833-347-7678. Call now to book and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours, 1-833-347-7678.
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 10:03 in Edmonton. Got to get right to it. Time now for Are You In or Out? Oh.
Okay, you know what? Moving too fast. Bottom line, are you in or are you out? In or out of what? No time for questions, just action. In or out? Well, then I'm out. I'm sorry, Jet. Actually, you're already in.
Are you in or are you out?
On Sports 1440.
I thought you would go, I'm in, Bob. We would have had a really cool moment, but you kind of ruined the whole thing.
All right, Duke. Letter buck, and we've had 25, 30 answers in already for our trivia question. The most points heading into the Thursday nighter for a $50 GC to first round. Most points by a Pittsburgh Steelers so far. Fantasy football, full PPR. Who is it? All right, Duke, letter buck.
Game day, Edmonton Oilers out on Long Island going up against the New York Islanders. Some new look lines are expected to be implemented tonight based on yesterday's practice. David Tomaszek getting a look up top with 97 and 88. Game day prediction. I'm thinking David Tomaszek scoring his first NHL goal tonight.
Well, he's your dinner.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
I want him to score. We just had a Thanksgiving dinner on Monday with a bunch of Czech Oil Kings kids, and we had his wife over as well because they went to New York. So she came over. Very lovely girl. I want him to score. I hope it's a great opportunity.
Never mind the power play, laddie.
Yeah.
But think about this. Try to figure it. And I mentioned this the other day. I don't know of a forward right now on the team that is driving to the net harder with the puck.
I saw it on TV games, and then some like I don't know, some Czech media guy made like a bunch of videos on Twitter and like how he drives the net, and he wants it and he gets there too. Like he's not a small guy. Like
here's another thing, lad. He knows. Okay, sign Roslovic. We got other guys here.
Yeah,
he knows he's waiver exempt.
Oh man,
I don't want to go down to Bakel.
Yeah, I think he wants it, and I think he's good enough to stick around.
Yeah.
But now he's gonna get the look at the top line. You need to produce, right? So it's a little bit more pressure, but I think he can handle it.
I'm into Duke. Yeah.
Plus 275 currently to score a goal tonight. If you're looking to lay a little coinage down, and if you're getting really bold, first goal scorer of the game, plus 1,600.
Wow,
that's a pretty good price. I think I might sprinkle it on that.
Dukey,
I might sprinkle it on that. I'm with. I like the way he's played. It's just a matter of just maybe it's the old Timo Solani ketchup bottle metaphor. Like you just got to get the first one, and maybe they'll start to come a little bit easier here for a guy that's had chances. I like what he's done on the power play so far. And if you think about those top two lines, top line specifically, Draisaitl and McDavid now split up. No 5-on-5 points yet. So maybe McDavid, they're split up now. McDavid drive and play on his own, flanked by a couple guys that can put the puck in the net. I'm optimistic about how that might look tonight against let's be very frank, not very good Islanders team.
Yeah.
And I think Dave Rick's playing goals. So that's another thing to note on too. No offense to the Czech guy, but on the Islanders side of things, number 1 overall pick from last summer, Matthew Schaefer, off to a very strong start to his career. And it's just 3 games, but he's looked very good. Of course, was the number 1 pick for a reason coming out of junior. If we're playing forecaster here and what Matthew Schaefer profiles as an NHL player, and I don't mean this season, I don't mean next season, but as a full-fledged NHLer, I don't think he's like a 80, 90 point guy in the realm of, say, Cale Makar. But I think he's a much better defender than, say, Erik Karlsson, Brent Burns at their peak. So I think a 60-point defenseman that is out there in all special team situations, defending leads late. 60-point two-way defender is what I see this guy as.
Are you saying like down the road then?
Down the road.
I don't see him. He's not putting up 60 points as a rookie defenseman.
Well,
I mean, he could, but I'd be shocked.
Hudson did.
He did, but he's on a different team.
Montreal's a playoff team.
Yeah, well, Montreal is like a high skill, octane team. Like Islanders are not that. I'm gonna be in on this one. I think he's capable of doing 60 points. I think he's better defender.
Yeah,
and just the only thing that could the team is not very offensive, but he's gonna get the opportunities on the top power play, and they still have some pieces there. So I think he can make some points there. I think he's capable of doing 60 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in too. I think the ceiling could even be a little higher because he is, again, first power play unit.
Yeah,
and I mean they got some guys there. I mean Barzal's got to get back to where he once was. Yeah. He was a point a game guy.
Yeah,
so he's got to get back. And I mean Horvat can score, and I mean. Paul Mary's not bad, and
I said, like the top power play, they have some pieces.
Yeah,
and that's where he's gonna be. He's gonna be quarterback in the power play.
There will be a time here though, and it could be game 8, 9, 10, whatever, and everything's gonna go back down to where because you're done with that original 8, 9 games adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
So,
like he's not Jacob Slavin, if we're talking about like the best defenders in the league, right? He's not as big, he's not as kind of rough around the edges, but And like, look at Slavin. He's never put up, I think, more than 50 some odd points in a season, which is still really good.
What about? I don't want to compare him to Drew Doughty. Like for me, Drew Doughty is one of
kind of 101. Just like
Drew Doughty is one of the like one of the best defensemen in about 15 years, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But has he ever put up like a huge amount of points?
I think he's top 60 points once. Yes. I could fact check that,
but he is on the both sides of the puck.
PK
like,
too.
PK, like that's that's the defenseman I want on my team. But like he doesn't. Drew Doughty never cheat a game, and he is a kind of pest. Like it's tough to play against, and he's not the biggest guy either.
No. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 59 points for Doughty 1 year. 60 is his career high. 52, 50 a couple other times as well. So I think that's a pretty actually apt comparison, laddie. Different play styles, but the end results might be pretty comparable. Looking around the rest of the NHL, we kind of touched on it yesterday. No big storylines here 1 week into the season. Sticking with that 1 week in theme, current top 10 scorers in the league. Some familiar names there, of course. Nathan McKinnon, Kirill Kaprizov, Jack Eichel with the new rich contracts for them. If you had to pick one guy out of the current top 10 scoring leaders, point getters is what I'm talking about here, that it will not be there by season's end. Hate to say it, but I think I'm going to go with Shane Pinto. 6 points here, currently T7, along with Matthew Nyes, Mark Scheifele, and Nick Suzuki.
Have to agree 100%. Only one of the main reasons, Duke, is because out of his 6 points, he's got 5 goals.
Yeah, he's
he's a goal scorer. That's what he does.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to be scoring 60 goals here.
Probably not.
But I mean, the guys that are in the scoring race get the cheap second assists. They get those other assists that just, like look at Manji the other night.
Right.
And I think, did Connor say he had him on a money line or whatever you call it for a point? To get a point because he was playing.
Connor Halley. Yeah.
Sorry,
Because they talked about on the Gregor show that like the books, they were still getting a really good price for Mangiapane to have over half a point, even though he'd put up a point in every game so far.
But he's playing. He starts the game with Connor and Leon. So you're on, And then how does he get his point?
Empty neck.
Well, second assist.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that's where you get the garbage points and stuff like that. So, I'll go Pinto. 5 goals, 1 assist. He'll be the guy that drops out here.
Yeah. Same with me. I'm looking at the list and I just don't.
So maybe a better question of these 10 skaters currently in the top 10, how many of them do you think will still be top 10 scorers by the season end? And for those who maybe don't have it in front of them, Kaprizov, Eichel, Boldy, Natchez, McKinnon, Nylander, Scheifele, Nyes, Pinto, and Suzuki.
5?
Might even be more.
Yeah. So Eichel's in, maybe. Kaprizov's going to be in, as long as he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
McKinnon is in.
And
Natchez is probably in.
Natchez is probably in because they work very well.
Run and mate,
Nylander's going to be.
What about Boldy? Well, Boldy could be with Kaprizov.
Could be. Yeah, call it half. I mean, as you say, Duke, there's so many guys with 6 points, it's hard to.
Yeah, pretty big log jam there. So in the early,
Connor and Leon are coming.
That's what I mean, right? Like there's a couple names that you just fully expect to overtake a couple of these guys.
Panarin, no, he is usually there.
Well, not if the Rangers can't score a goal on home ice.
Yeah, I know.
That's something.
Where's Pasternak?
Pasta, yeah.
Pasta's going to be there too.
Very good likelihood. I mean, a guy like Kucherov, right, down in Tampa, he's had a pretty slow start to the year. I would know because I took him in our hockey pool.
You know how it is. These superstars, that they only need 1 month and then they're boom,
on
track.
All right.
I don't know, 14 games, 30 points. Like they're just different.
Thursday Night Football going from Cincinnati, 5th straight week of a divisional matchup on Thursday night, and this line has moved since I sent this email. It is 5.5 points. The Pittsburgh Steelers are favored. I'm not going to let that deter me, though. Last couple divisional matchups out, the underdog has covered, even won outright. So I'm going to take the Bengals plus 5.5.
But it's my pick,
Kevin.
It's your pick for the pool, but I'm taking the Bengals for my inner.
I'm out. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Really?
Tonight. At 5.5? Yeah, 5.5 for sure. So plus 5.5, I'll take Pitt.
You're taking Pitt?
Yeah.
I would pick Bengals, man.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, Joe Flacco is not a world beater anymore. He's 41 years old or whatever he is, but he's actually had a week to learn the offense. Last week he was out there. He'd been there for 3 days. You have Jamar Chase. You have T. Higgins.
Is Hendrickson out?
I believe so.
Okay.
Josh Hendrickson not playing tonight? Yeah. So
he's out.
Bengals defense sucks. I get it. Steelers defense has been really good. I just think that this has a chance to maybe have some points on the board. and keep it close as a result. Keep it close.
Is Pittsburgh home or away?
It's in Cincinnati, so that's the other thing too. Since he's at home, not exactly a notorious place to play, but home field matters. Does still matter.
All right.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead,
true.
Duke.
0
Let's
and
get to
6.
5.
0 and 6. National School Lunch Week. Rewinding to your time as a child. You always had things in your lunch kit. Maybe they were snacks, your sandwiches, peanut butter and honey. If you were a person of class and establishment. The best snack, however, as a kid to open your lunch kit and find was a pack of Gushers. They were the best. You're trading them at the lunch table. Their value at the trading table was so high. You could get like 3 things out of someone else's lunch kit for a pack of Gushers.
We never ever did anything.
What
like
is
this.
what is
I don't even know what a
You don't.
No.
Oh,
I'm just yeah.
it's like a fruit snack, but it's like just pure sugar, right?
Oh, we never did anything like that. So
Gushers, so I would be out.
Yeah.
You don't even know what I'm talking about?
No.
Laddie?
I never had Gushers.
Oh my God.
What do you put in the lunches for the kids? Or you don't?
My wife does it. It's like my dad would be making me a lunch snack. That would be the end of the world. I don't know. It varies. Like my wife asks them what they want. Like sometimes sandwiches, wraps, mini pizzas, or whatever they want.
But it's not like the snack you're talking something different here. That's not your
like not
it's
your
a lunch
sandwich.
kit. Yeah, but then you have something.
Yeah, like maybe it's a little thing of a handful of chips or fruit or whatever.
Yeah.
Like everybody has different stuff.
I don't know what they put there.
A lot of
we have a loaded spice cabinet full of candy and like all kind of different protein bars and all that stuff. So I don't know.
Sure.
Whatever they want to grab, they grab. They get some vegetables there too. But
you know what Sam liked yesterday?
What?
Tomato soup in a thermos with hot dogs in there. And then you take the hot dog out and you put it in your bun and you eat that.
And then you drink your tomato soup full of hot dog juices.
Were you raised in a pig barn? What is that?
I don't know. That's what he had yesterday.
Did you make fun of him?
Well, for about 24 hours now.
It's okay, Sammy. It's okay, buddy. Just don't bring it on the day when I'm here. Oh my God. So like, I don't know, Gushers. Like national. What is? Well, we are like I don't know anymore because my kids are at home.
Yeah.
Due to the strike, just sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I think they are coming to the mall today.
Are they?
For a walk around?
Yeah, walk around with the walkers now. It's cold outside.
I'll see him out there when I go get the ice cream here.
All right, Duke, good stuff because we got to get to Arthur Staple here. Hockey night in New York.
You're really nervous, eh?
Well, no, I don't like to keep guests waiting. When guests are ready to go at the time, and you call them, Duke calls this guy yesterday, and he goes, "What time am I? 10:20.
What time is it?
12:20 over there. Yeah. He's in New York. He's getting ready. Maybe he's going to have Gushers for a snack. I don't know.
Doubtful. Just taking chirps, eh?
Yeah.
Chirping you nonstop.
Well, it's not my fault. You guys grew up, Laddie, different country, different continent.
We have different candy.
And Laddie and Kevin just grew up, 6 generations before I did. So,
Wow. I used to be big on lollipops until in my 20s. I swear to God, man. Now it's ice cream.
When we come back, Arthur Staple from Hockey Night in New York, Kevin Karius, Ladislav Schmid, Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440. We're presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Whoa, who turned off all the lights? Experience the new charcoal menu at Booster Juice.
Charcoal menu?
Introducing the Eclipse Smoothie, Blackout Booster Mixer, and Midnight Booster Ball.
Where's that voice coming from?
Dark and delicious, made with activated charcoal.
Can we please turn the lights back on?
Sorry, I'm just excited about the new charcoal menu.
Wow, that is good.
Right? Available now, only at Booster Juice.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Monopoly Double Play is back at McDonald's. So let's practice winning. You just won 25 grand. And go.
Yes!
I said 25 grand.
That's what I'm talking about! Yeah!
Much better. Okay, now you just won a brand new Chevrolet Corvette. I think she just fainted. Impressive. Feel like a winner on pack and in-app. Monopoly Double Play is back. While supplies last, 1 in 5 chances to win game piece prizes at outset. Chances to win draw prizes depend on number of entries in each draw. Cash prizes payable by e-transfer. See rules in-app.
At Fountain Tire, we're fluent in saving you money. Fluent? Yes, we've mastered the language of deals. Like right now, you can save up to 25% off select tires and up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires. Plus, $50 off $150 service when you buy those tires. All until October 18th.
I'm sorry, I don't speak deals.
Spend less, save more when you buy round black things from us.
Oh, got it.
Restrictions apply. Book your appointment online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the 2 best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
Stories, guests, and insights. This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, welcome back to the big program, 1021 in Edmonton. Time now for the Puck Report, brought to you by Fountain Tire. And if you need tires right now, but your wallet isn't ready, well, we got you covered at Fountain Tire. 0% financing for 6 months or easy equal payments over 12, both with no interest, because road ready should also mean wallet ready. See us today as we welcome in Arthur Staple from Hockey Night in New York. Morning, Arthur. You're with Kevin Karius and Ladislav Schmid. Thanks for jumping on Sports 1440 once again. It's been a while, but thanks for coming on.
Always good to be here. Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna let Laddie start it off with a certain defenseman, because Laddie being a former defenseman, and we've been talking about a certain guy for a while. Go ahead, Laddie.
Good morning, Arthur. Yeah, obviously, I'm gonna ask about Matthew Schaefer. I watched him last summer at the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. Then I was coaching with the Czech national team at the World Juniors, and I saw him there. It was a small sample until he got hurt, but you could tell he was going to be the difference maker there at the tournament. And now, fast forward to the NHL, and the kid looks unbelievable, in my opinion, given the fact that he missed most of the last season. I know there were some personal issues, with his mom passing away, unfortunately. And, now he's arrived at the NHL level, and it seems it seems so effortlessly for him. What have you seen? Because obviously I heard some comments from his coach and his teammates, how mature, how great of a player he is already. What are you seeing? Can you tell our listeners, the areas he's excelling?
I mean, he is, as advertised, as a number 1 overall pick. I think the off-ice stuff, the maturity, the character, the things that every organization wants, especially in a future star player, he's got it. Even just talking to him at the scouting combine back in June, you forget you're talking at the time to a 17-year-old, a young man who can carry on a conversation, talk about emotional, important things in a confident way. A young guy who skipped his graduation so he could go talk to families with kids that had lost a parent like he had. It just seems like he understands what it means to be a star athlete and kind of give back and share what's important to him, which is really great. And I think for the Islanders organization to have had this lucky, ping pong ball drop and get all the way up to the number one pick in such a period of transition where they move away from Lou Lamoriello and traded Noah Dobson this summer, it really made their choice really validated even before he stepped on the ice. And then he steps on the ice and you're like, okay, wow, now I get it with the on ice stuff too. He's, like you said, he's an effortless skater. Seems like he can go for 45 minutes a night, and Patrick Waugh has seemingly been tempted to go as close as he can to that with being over 26 minutes the last two games. So, I think he is really, shown himself already in just 3 games to be a guy who's going to be a cornerstone of this franchise for a long, long time. The concern, I guess, you have right now is, can you play a young guy, an 18-year-old, that much in his first year? And also really to know huge consequence of the outcome of the game. They're 0-3. They've fallen behind in these last 2 games at home and really needed him because he's their most dynamic defenseman to kind of spark the offense. And if they need him game in and game out, and he's playing these incredible minutes for anybody, much less an 18-year-old, you do wonder about the development and risk of injury because, like you said, he didn't play very much last season. So there's a lot to like about him specifically leading this franchise in the future. There's a little bit less to like about what's happening in the immediate right in front of us.
Yeah, man, like you touched on his maturity. Do you think that I know it's really early in his career in the NHL, but do you think he's the future captain of the New York Islanders?
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know that you can kind of put it on him the way Sidney Crosby, at 20 years old or things like that. But it's not out of the question. They're going to be in a transitional period in terms of leadership here real soon. Anders Lee, who's been their captain for 8 years, is in the final year of his contract. A lot of their veterans are going to seemingly be cycling out in the next couple of years. And I think that turnover is what the new GM, Matthew Darch, is looking for, because I think they want to become a younger team. They really stocked their prospect cabinet very well this summer, with that Noah Dobson trade, getting 2 first-round picks from Montreal, getting Cal Ritchie in the Brock Nelson trade last spring when Lou Lamoriello made that deal as GM. So the future looks a lot brighter than it did for the last few years, and obviously with Matthew Schaefer as the centerpiece of that. So I could see him in not too short a time being a guy who's maybe, even though he's one of the youngest of this group of a new generation of Islanders, being the guy with the most experience at the NHL level and the most maturity to handle wearing the C. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes the next couple of seasons.
Arthur Staple, our guest on the Kevin Karius Show with Ladislav Schmid on Sports 1440. What have you made about Matthew Barzal so far in the early going here? Arthur, is it going to take him an extended period of time to get up and running here? What do you think?
It was a tough injury for him. That's one broken kneecap and surgery. It's not a quick recovery, even happened quite a long time ago. So I think it takes him a little bit of time with the game speed. And I think also, the kind of this, interesting lineup that they have with Schaefer kind of, being the most dynamic guy at the back end and a relatively deep forward group, but not a lot of, real game breakers on the wing. I think we saw Matthew Barzal at his best when he was healthy the last couple of seasons, playing on Bo Horvat's wing, kind of putting their 2 highest end forwards together, and Brock Nelson was the second center, helped them with their depth there. And now Nelson is gone. They didn't really replace him. So you've got to move Barzal back to center. And on the wings, do they have the guys that can kind of bring out the best in Matthew Barzal? I'm not too sure. I think the most exciting things that we've seen from Barzal are when he and Schaefer are on the ice together, because I think they think the game very similarly. So, that's kind of it's not, you don't really think about a center and a defenseman as being a pairing of sorts on the ice. But I think that's a duo to watch, and maybe Schaefer is a guy that can unlock some of Barzal's productivity and creativity in a way that maybe some of his line mates haven't quite yet. But I think it's just one other area of some struggles that we've seen from them early that needs addressing, and that's trying to get Matthew Barzal back on track.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what the plan is for the organization moving forward. Is it we're gonna be patient, full on rebuild. We're gonna use our prospects and the fill kind of the needs of the team, or do you think they're gonna be adding, excuse me, some players through the trades? Like what is the course of action here?
I mean, I think it's kind of dictated by how they play, and tonight is a tough test for them. And if they go to 0-4, they go to Ottawa on the weekend. If you start 0-5, I think a lot of the plans they might have had for this season can change quite drastically. Matthew Darche came in with a lot of fanfare. They really, the organization talked a lot about kind of opening things up in terms of freedom of expression for players, wanting to do more social media. Obviously, they can have facial hair now that Lou is gone. The team itself is showcasing a lot more things on the marketing media side than they did under Lou, because that was just not his way. So there was some excitement. And I don't know that people took it as excitement for what was going to happen this season. But when you start off 0-3 and possibly 0-4, if you really were thinking about making the playoffs, you got to make some changes. Darche, with ownership, decided to keep Patrick Waugh, who's under contract for a couple more years. And it was really a question, and you certainly heard some things inside and outside the organization that Waugh and Lamoriello didn't see eye to eye on the way that Waugh wanted the Islanders to play, a little bit more up-tempo, a little bit more open offensively. So he's seemingly going to try that this year, but I don't know if they have the personnel for that. They may still have the Lou Lamoriello personnel about winning a lot of 2-1 games and being tight defensively. And I think trying to open it up with this group, you've seen, at least in the very small sample size, they're giving up the most high danger chances of any team in the league through 3 games. I believe it's over 8 per game. You can't sustain any sort of winning hockey doing that. So they have to clean that stuff up. And whether it's Patrick Waugh is the guy that can clean that up, or they have to think about changing their timeline on a new coach. I think if you lose too much, you take away a lot of that excitement from the fans. You suddenly don't maybe have as many people in the building as you thought you might, doing all these new initiatives, and you have to make a pivot. So I'm interested to see how these next 3, 4, 5 games go. I don't think they'll be adding anybody. I think you'll see more subtracting, whether it's a guy like JG Pajot, a guy like their captain Anders Lee. I think Matthew Darche understands that this is a big project that he's undertaken here. They were kind of caught in the middle these last few years, trying to win, but maybe not really conserving their assets to think about the future. And now he's got a lot more future assets stockpiled, and obviously a dynamic future star in Matthew Schaefer. So I think you have to start thinking about how can we accelerate to get to that next phase if this season is going to be lost even this early.
Arthur Staple with us on Sports 1440. Arthur, how's Ilya Sorokin looked? It's a two-parter, I guess, for you. Looked so far in the first 3 games. And will the Oilers see Big Save Dave Riddick tonight?
They will see Big Save Dave, and certainly he'd better be living up to his nickname in his first Islanders.
I'll text them. I'll text them to get him going.
He was joking, I guess, this morning or yesterday about not sure if he chose the right number wearing 33 playing for Patrick Waugh. He's certainly a big personality, and I think maybe that will help energize the Islanders in a game tonight that they obviously need against some pretty high-powered offensive players. But for Sorokin, I think it's been a tough start. Like I said, they're giving up way too much. He's made some really good saves, and he's given up some really soft goals. So, I think it's been a difficult start for him. I'm sure that if he were going well enough, that Patrick Waugh could turn to him and say, we need a huge game for our number 1 goalie. They'd probably have changed their plan and put him in net tonight.
Yeah.
But I think it maybe reflects on how his start has been, that they're going with Riddick in a pretty important game, and in a game where if Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl get the kind of time and space that some of these previous Islanders opponents have had, Patrick Waugh himself in his prime in there wouldn't have helped. So, I think they're struggling in goal, and I think it's just kind of an emblem of where they're struggling all over the place.
Hey, Arthur, you covered the Rangers. They haven't scored on home ice yet. We saw it the other night. Good thing they're in Toronto tonight, huh?
Why are you laughing about it, Kevin?
It's crazy.
He's just smirking here.
Yeah, it's quite a wild record that they put up, and the craziest part of all is, you guys watched the game the other night. They were really, really good defensively, and that's not a thing you've been able to say about the Rangers for a few years. Even in some of their great seasons the last 4 or 5 years, they've really relied on Igor Shesterkin. Mike Sullivan came in, and the clear mandate was clean up their defensive zone, clean up their play defensively up the ice, defending against the rush, picking up guys, backing back. They're doing it really well. They're just not compensating on the other end by capitalizing on their own chances. And I think part of it is they're a little different team than the team we've seen from them for a long time. Keandre Miller's not there, so you have an offensive-minded guy who's a puck mover from the back end and replaced by more stay-at-home type guys. So really Adam Fox is kind of the only threat that you see from the back end there. Obviously, Vincent Trocheck is out with an injury, so they've had to shuffle around their forward group. Some of their young dynamic guys, Philip Hedel, Capo Caco, are gone. So it's really a much more, meat and potatoes type lineup, straight line type lineup. They used to be so good east-west in the offensive zone on the power play. And now I think Chris Drury and remaking this roster, Chris Kreider gone too, and bringing in Mike Sullivan, clearly they want to get better defensively and be a tighter checking team, which they have been. Just haven't been able to score a goal or two. And really that's all they would have needed to win these last 2 games against Washington and Edmonton. So yeah, being on the road may help them. Playing against a Leafs team that I think has given up a little bit too much this year too will also help them. And, obviously you have a difference maker like Igor Shesterkin in net. Sometimes all you need is 1 or 2 goals. So I think they're on the right track. The record doesn't look great. And setting a league record at home certainly is puzzling, but I don't think there's any panic there because I think they understand they're doing some of the right things.
Hey, Arthur, I saw you rocking a Montreal Expos lid there the other day there. What's that all about?
Well, I was a big Andre Dawson guy as a kid. And one of the best. And, you got to stay neutral in this life. I'm a New Yorker who grew up a Boston Red Sox fan. So if I'm wearing a Red Sox hat on camera here talking about the Islanders and Rangers, I get too much crap for it. So I try to stay as neutral as possible.
Who else did you like on the Expos besides the Hawk?
Warren Cromartie. I was a big fan of his too. They had so many good, really good players and good prospects. Pedro Martinez, who came to my Sox and obviously was successful. It was an incredible franchise, and just it always looked like kind of an alien place to play because the building wasn't always super full when I watched the Mets or the Yankees or the Sox on TV, if they ever played up mostly Mets. But yeah, it feels like a long time ago, but it's still one of the coolest logos too. So it's a hat I wear proudly.
Yeah, there's a documentary coming out in a few days, Who Killed the Expos. It's on Netflix, I think. It's going to be interesting to see that. Arthur, nice. Thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it. Enjoy tonight's tilt. It's always, there's a buzz when Connor and Leon go to a building. I'm sure there'll be some of that tonight. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
You got it, guys. Thanks a lot.
Arthur Staple, Hockey Night in New York. Big Save Dave Riddick will start. Your buddy, eh?
My buddy, yeah.
I talked to him last year. Remember in the dressing room? Because he was back up in LA, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's a good guy, eh?
Oh, big personality. And that's an understatement.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
Like a class
well, it's
clown.
funny because when I said, excuse me, Dave, I said, I said who I was. And I said, my co-host is Ladislav. Like they were telling me to leave the room.
Because he wouldn't stop.
That's right.
Yeah.
They said, well, you gotta go.
I took him to the dinner here to Bistro Praha.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That was the Puck Report brought to you by Fountain Tire. And again, if you need tires right now, but you're not wallet ready, 0% financing, 6-12 months. We got you covered. Check them out, fountaintire.com. When we come back, the Duke is bringing in the crisp apple.
Is he back in the building?
Well, he went to get ice cream.
Well, I know. It's like if you want to get that vanilla Pinocchio, it's the Italian center, right?
He would no. He would have went. Where would he have gone for ice cream?
It is my personal belief that he probably would have just gone to like London Drugs or something to get.
Oh God!
I bet he does.
Get like the buyer's ice cream.
Could you also to be vanilla?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if he doesn't make it back in time?
No, he's probably heating it up in the air fryer right now. He's crisping it up for you, laddie.
Imagine if it's ready for Fantasy Frenzy at 11 and we're out here.
I'll stay here.
Will you?
My family can wait.
They're coming in?
Not coming in, just got to be here, but like they can wait.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
are you going to bring him in the studio again?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, like if they're here, I would, but like I don't want to be.
Don't you want them to have a little sample of this apple crisp?
Maybe, but I don't want to be talking about Toronto Maple Leafs.
Why not?
Well,
we'll put them on like last time.
No, I don't respect it.
Well, they play the Rangers tonight. They should win. No.
Yeah, well, he's happy that Matthews scored 2 goals the other night.
About time. Nylander finally did something too.
Oh, he got called out too.
Yeah.
By Berube, right?
Yeah.
By
About
Chief.
time.
Well, you're paying them big bucks, right? Like, so there's a lot of pressure on those guys in Toronto. I always bug him about Matthews. So
yeah.
I always tell him he needs to be better.
When we come back, we'll wrap up the show. Kevin Karius, Ladislav Schmid, Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440. Presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube and X.
Fall in the savings at Wolf GMC Buick. For a very limited time, get 0% on every 2025 Buick and GMC, including the all-new Buick Envista, the Encore, Envision, and Enclave. For the GMCs, 0% on 2025s like the Sierra Half-Ton, Sierra HD, even the Yukons. Get 0% on all 2025s. Plus, get up to 84 months on the GMC Sierra Half-Ton Crew Cab. But like the Leaves, these deals won't last long. Get into Wolf GMC Buick now.
Wolf GMC Buick. We're making it easy.
Legacy Heating and Cooling is the #1 furnace replacement company for zombie hunters. Those who know their old decrepit furnace passed away years ago. Its decaying husk shuffling around now as the furnace. Legacy Heating will send your undead furnace to its grave, replacing it with no payments and no interest for 1 year. Protect your legacy from the beast in the basement. It's time to destroy the furnace of the dead. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Planning your next event? Let Loca Quality Market cater. From made-to-order meals to gourmet platters to full chef tasting experiences, they make entertaining effortless. Visit loca.ca to start planning today.
You've probably heard the term supply and demand. Something is needed and someone supplies it. We're GS Construction, and we're in the supply and demand business with you. Edmonton and the surrounding area continue to grow. Infrastructure has to be continually replaced and upgraded to keep up with demand. You see it with new buildings and new roads, but what about below ground, where all sorts of pipes bring you water and take wastewater away? That's where we come in. For more on what we do, go to gsconstruction.ca.
Carve out for a cause at the Jason Greger Pizza Pig Out, presented by GS Construction. Thursday, November 6th at the Canadian Ice House, indulge in unlimited pizza from amazing local pizzerias while you help raise some dough for kids' sport. Then vote for your favorite slice to help crown the People's Choice Award winners. Tickets to join Edmonton's biggest and best adult pizza party are just $30. Head to jasongregerpizzapigout.com for more details and to buy tickets.
The job won't wait. Why should you? At AWS Welding Supplies and Repairs, conveniently located in Nisku, we've got everything you need to get it done. From product sales to servicing and calibrating machines, we're your one-stop shop. We're a proud, locally owned and operated business, committed to serving our community with a proven track record of customer service. Don't let a broken tool slow you down. We offer fast repairs and free same-day delivery of in-stock items to Leduc, Nisku, and South Edmonton. AWS Welding. We make it happen.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 25% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until October 18th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Albertans celebrate a bounty of beautiful places to visit, boundless adventures to take, all in driving distance. And Sherwood Honda has the fuel-efficient vehicle that helps you go even further and appreciate more. Hybrid CRVs and Civics mean more thanks in your tanks, more great trips to be grateful for. And of course, Sherwood Honda is thankful for the chance to help you get there. It's a beautiful time of year, and it sure would be nice to hit the road with Sherwood Honda. Another season is upon us. The smell of locker rooms, hockey bags, pumpkin spice lattes, and burnt oil. Uh-oh.
Don't let your vehicle get benched this season. Swing by Napa Auto Parts for top quality oils, parts, tools, and everything you need to keep your ride in winning shape for the games ahead. With over 85 locations in Alberta, visit your local Napa store today or online at napacanada.com. That's Napa know-how.
As members of the Federation of Alberta Gas Co-ops, Alberta's rural natural gas utilities are here to fuel your life affordably, reliably, and safely. Across the province, natural gas keeps Albertans warm and connected every day. It's local, dependable, and it's ours. For more information on the Federation of Alberta Gas Co-ops and its members, or to learn more about how natural gas fuels your community, please visit us at fedgas.com. That's fedgas.com.
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
Oh, well. The Duke has entered the building here.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Oh, and he's brought in 2 little samples of his mom's apple crisp. And Laddie's not even talking. He's just going right in. But the Duke, where'd you get ice cream from, Duke? London. Hey, you're right. Yeah. Look at that. He wins the prize, Joshy boy. So Laddie had a first little sample of the Duke's mom's apple crisp, and give us your original, or your first little
very tasty
taste test. How are what the waitress? How are those first few bites doing, Laddie? Hey, very good. Eh?
Very good.
So, in case you missed it, the Duke's mom made apple crisp for Thanksgiving on Tuesday.
What is her name?
I gotta ask Duke that. I forget.
What is Duke's mom's name? So we can thank her on air.
Well, Duke's going to get another little. I just tried the ice cream first, Duke. We got to do our trivia, and Josh, you checked out and made sure 100%.
Yeah, I double checked on NFL fantasy, and then I double checked on full PPR. This person does in fact have more fantasy points than Aaron Rodgers.
Even Aaron Rodgers,
not by much.
Okay,
they're both in the 78, but Aaron Rodgers has 78.04, and this guy has 78.6.
Are you sure?
I'm certain. I looked at the ESPN and the Yahoo and NFL fantasy, and I made sure to clarify full PPR.
Okay, so it is DK Metcalf.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
And a $50 GC. Did you decide a winner yet? Did you put him in the Spinorama?
The Duke did not give me a wheel. However,
that can be you can give a couple minutes to do that if you want, Joshy boy.
All right.
I just thought he'd be a little higher, Aaron Rodgers. I got to make 100% check on this one. I know Gregor picked up Rodgers in our fantasy. Aaron Rodgers right now has 108 fantasy points.
Oh my God. I don't know what I was looking at then, but in all three, it said he was 78.06.
Obviously, so we went full PPR, and ours is, you might be going 4 points for a touchdown pass, maybe. I don't know.
That could be it. That could be it. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. We excluded Aaron Rodgers.
Anyway. We did. It didn't matter at the end of the day. So
DK Metcalf is the winner.
DK Metcalf.
Correct answer.
One. Oh, let's make sure this person has not won yet. The wheel has spit a person's name out.
Okay, Laddie, talk for a little while.
And here we are.
Okay, well, you got it right now.
We got it. Okay. I double checked that this person has not won anything yet because we want to be fair.
Yes.
Wesley Snipes.
Oh, the village idiot, Wesley Snipes.
It says Metcalf, 9:57 today. So
you know who it is?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Well, I assume it's the same guy that I know. I'm pretty sure it's Wesley Snipes. The actor.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Okay, what did you think of the apple crisp?
It's really good.
Okay, are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about tonight's Oilers game? So I can have a bite, or
it's
what?
Going to be a blast.
No, you got to give me 30 seconds of laddie daddy here.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about the game tonight?
Well, yeah. They're distracting me. What I think about the game? Well, Oilers coming off the shutout, right?
Yeah.
Flying high. There's going to be a different line, so I'm excited to see that. You know, I'm not a huge fan when they put Leon and Connor together at the beginning of the season. You can always go to it. You know it works, or it's going to work at some point of the season whenever you need it. But I thought at the beginning of this season, they should have split them. They should put some guys in those positions on top two lines, give them some looks. Now it's finally happening.
Right.
So I'm excited to see that, for my Czech countryman,
Well,
right? Like
think about-
I'm excited to see him on the top line.
Think about this. You got your Czech countryman and your former teammate, Manji.
Manji, a great guy. Like, and he already scored 2 goals, right?
Yeah.
He's playing with Connor. You're gonna get some chances. He's gonna create something. I said it before. It's not always as easy as people think to play with superstars because they think on a different level, and that's nothing against them.
Yeah.
You need to get on the same level with them. Like I always say, Sidney Crosby. Look at his line mates in the past. It was never like
Chris Kunitz.
Yeah, Chris Kunitz, Dubois. These guys, like it wasn't like him and Gino playing together all the time. Like it takes guys who can think at the same level of those superstars. So hopefully Manji and David will do that. And I'm just excited. Stu is in that, rightfully so. Hopefully he can have another strong performance. I would be very happy for him. The consistency is very important. I just hope they can take the defensive play the way they played.
Yeah.
They played really good overall defensive game. And they can apply it against Islanders. And I know Islanders don't have that much firepower, but don't be fooled. Like I don't want it to be like 6-5 or 6-4 game. Take care of your business defensively, score some goals, get out of there.
What did you think of Jack Roslovic? His first game. It's hard first game, right?
That's hard. Like I need a bigger sample.
Yeah.
But obviously he's been around for a while. Like he's a good player. I'm excited for him as well. Get some games with the Oilers under the belt, and we'll see. But like they signed him for a reason, so I think he's gonna be everyday player for us.
Hey Duke, what's your mom's name?
Lynn.
Lynn Douglas?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lynn Douglas. It was really, really nice.
It was very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Good job, Duke. And you did the servings were Laddie, I think, wanted a little bit more.
Well, so there's more out there, Laddie. Help yourself on your way out.
It's fine. This was perfect.
I just wanted to make sure there was enough for anybody else that might be kicking around. The 2 young, hungry bucks here. And
did you have a little sample?
Not yet. I was planning on having some once I was done Fantasy Frenzy.
Do you think Conman's gonna?
I offered Connor some, but he once again brought in his mystery box of donuts that he gets for like $5 or whatever.
Okay, Laddie's going to bring the kids in.
Oh, nice.
We'll probably talk about the Maple Leafs once again here.
Yeah, Austin Matthews, couple tucks the other night.
Yeah, I better get the stats up for the Leafs here. I don't want to. He probably knows more about the Leafs than I do. So, do the sisters have your mom's recipe for this, Duke?
I don't know.
They haven't. They haven't made it.
I doubt it's written down. Actually, I guarantee my mom is using somebody else's recipe, whether that be her mom's or her mother-in-law's, my late granny, my dad's mom, maybe some other family member. Lots of good cooks in the area as well. So I don't know if this is an original or one that she's borrowed from someone else. Hard to say.
And this is what you guys had on Tuesday night?
No.
Oh.
No, we had my sister had baked a little chocolate cake dessert thing, and then the other sister had brought, I can't remember what she called it, but it's got like some coconut graham cracker, little kind of concoction.
Hi,
That was
come
really
on
good
in.
too.
Come on in. Oh, they're all in the house now. Are we going to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs again or what? Okay, let's get the mic on here. Oh, you want to talk about Oilers too? Okay, we got a couple minutes. I'm just checking the stats for the Toronto Maple Leafs here. Let me just check here. Who do they play tonight? New York Rangers.
He doesn't even know.
Oh!
You don't even know.
Yeah.
They are playing against New York Islanders Oilers.
That's right. The Oilers are playing against the Islanders. That's right.
Yeah. Are you excited for it? Are you excited? Who is your favorite player?
On Oilers?
Yeah.
McDavid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's.
Wow.
Lottie, who's your favorite?
Come
player?
to the mic here. Turn this one mic on.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, it's on. Sorry.
Matthews.
Matthews. Okay.
No.
Austin Matthews.
How is he doing this
4
year?
points in 4 games. That's it. What's going on with this guy?
A point a game.
Yeah, but he's got to be better than that.
He needs to be over a point a game.
Oh, it's still 4 games.
How about this?
Yeah.
Caden Primo, goals against average of 4.00. Stolar's 3.05. That's not going to cut it in Toronto.
They need to be better, the goalies. No?
Who's the other goalie? Oilers are better than Toronto Maple
Joseph Wall, you
Leafs.
mean? It's not there.
He's injured.
Caden Primo played. He got the win, though.
Honestly,
My poor daughter. Is
Oilers
just
are
against the
better
wall.
than Maple Leafs.
I
Yeah,
met
Oilers,
Zoe, right?
That's Zoe,
I met Zoe before.
Yeah,
She came to the garden.
She came to the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came to the garden to get
She's not big on hockey.
Wow. She could be a gardener.
What Zany, who is better, Oilers or Toronto Maple Leafs?
Oilers are better than Toronto. Totally. Toronto sucks.
Totally.
The Oilers are better than Toronto, too?
Sucks more
Oh.
than. I mean, Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Oilers
I
are
don't
better
know
than
about that hat
Oilers.
either. I don't know, man. Holy cow.
This is what I'm gonna have to walk around with
in the mall.
In the mall. Hey,
Oilers
people
are
are
better than
at least
Oilers.
he's wearing check
Yeah.
hockey hoodie,
Wow.
which kind of makes up for the rest.
Thanks for bringing everybody in.
Yeah, thanks for having him.
It's better in Oil Kings than Oilers.
Czech is? Oh, he's a big fan of check hockey. Thanks for having me, guys. Eh?
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Okay. Have a good trip around the mall.
Okay,
See
thank you.
guys. Yeah. Have a good week, laddie. We'll talk to you next week. Clean your plate here. Come on. Hey, we're not this.
Okay, Dad.
This isn't Duke's maid service here. What do you think this is?
I'm expecting food, sir.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see you Saturday. Never mind. Yes. 6:00. Darren Schmidt at Chop.
Hey, make it.
Well, I'll make it happen. It's happening.
Saturday, 6:00 here, right?
No, it's
West
well,
End at the mall. West End.
170th. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay, laddie. Have a good one, buddy. Coming up at the top of the hour, it is Fantasy Frenzy with
former Ross Shep T-Bird,
Connor Halley, and the Duke of Delburne at 12:00. It's the Lowdown with Alan Mitchell till 2. The Jason Greger Show till 2:00 till 4:30 today. We've got the pregame show with Andrew Walker and Donnie P. 4:30 to 5:30. Puck drop Oilers Islanders at 5:30. Hey, before all that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Loca Quality Market. Your next dinner's ready with Loca Quality Market's gourmet meals. Choose from over 200 chef-prepared meals. Shop local at loca.ca. Thanks, everyone, for listening this morning. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the texts and being a part of the show. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning to wrap up the week. We'll preview tomorrow's Double E game in BC, a whole heck of a lot more tomorrow with Eddie Steele. Before all that, here is the Duke for the Sports 1440 update.
The Sports 1440 update.
Game day for the Edmonton Oilers. They continue their Eastern Conference road trip on Long Island against New York. Puck drop coming just after 7:30. Elsewhere around the NHL, 10 other games, including the Maple Leafs hosting the Rangers, Nashville in Montreal. Kraken going up against the Senators from our nation's capital. They'll be without Brady Tkachuk, looking like possibly up to 8 weeks as he's likely headed to surgery. Jets taking on the Flyers in Philadelphia. Canucks against the Stars in Texas. And the nightcap game, LA Kings hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins. Postseason baseball continuing. Game 4 between the Mariners and Blue Jays from Seattle. Max Scherzer taking the bump for the Birds. Luis Castillo going for the Mariners. First pitch there just after 6:30. Toronto trailing the series 2-1. And the NLCS shifting to SoCal. Dodgers lead the series 2-0. First pitch there just after 4. Thursday Night Football kicking off week number 7 in the NFL. Cincinnati hosting the 4-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. That getting underway just after 6:15. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is Fantasy Frenzy with Hallie and Douglas. I'm Brandon Douglas. That's your Sports 14.